This is the real life, I guess. What being a fucking homeless person is like. Not only that, but it's like the worst. I just got off the phone with Bob.
Shit was odd. Alright, motherfuckers, what's going on? Daniel Larson, I've tried to give him this account back multiple times. I just sort of hung on to it from when I could give him the account back. But every time I try to contact him, he's like thinks I'm trying to kill him. What's the word?
We're here to like set the record straight about Daniel and everything that's been going on with Daniel and our experience with Daniel for the past 2 years. No audio.
I need to apologize. Did you press it?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I gotta apologize for? You can set it all right then. Let's all hear. I can hear. I don't gotta set shit right for you guys. I did one thing that was kind of retarded. Fucked up. Was the new prank. That's because it was a cash grab because he bitched about me getting my hotel room and I got it.
It doesn't matter about any of that. The things that Ivan and I did, we helped Daniel, and I can say this wholeheartedly, the most out of anybody. And we didn't deceive him or like lead him on or feed into his fantasies. And I think why we started this stream and why this is a big deal is because this man's going on like 5 years of being constantly trolled. And I think if we can at least have an impact somehow or like try to help you guys better understand Daniel and like his, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just in the past like year and a half, the trolling has happened to Daniel. It's not really like evolved, but got a lot worse. So before you only had like bad actors over the internet, right? Where you know like they just get a hold of his number and like could play a prank on him for a couple of days or like a week or whatever. But as soon as they lost like had a falling out with Daniel, you'd never hear from him again, right? Now, what people are doing is if they know who Dan is, if they're in the fucking motherfucker, my nose is not larger than Daniel's. If they're in the Reddit and they know that there's a current prank going on, they can play along with it. You can literally Truman Show his ass now. There's nobody saying anything about it, right? I always thought it was weird because there's so many like mentally disabled, the parents of mentally disabled kids on TikTok. There's like people who are generally concerned about the safety and well-being of mentally disabled.
But Daniel doesn't have any parents or anybody to like. Daniel was never given any skills.
He went straight into the foster home. The only chance that he had was with his grandmother. That chick died, and then after that,
and then he was with his grandmother maybe for a few years, and then she passed away, and then he was put back into a group home, and then he's bounced in and out of group homes ever since. And like one big thing too is everybody's so concerned about like public safety, yada 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 yada. Well, why are people trolling him? And to the point where he's kicked out of those.
Yeah, no, because here's the thing, guys. I never defended the pedophilia shit. I don't even think he's a pedophile. I am concerned, and I was concerned the entire time. And I spoke with a bunch of people who had been in their phones, because these little rat bastards were texting me directly on my cell, because I put it out there like an idiot. But they were like, you need to see the screenshots, right? Flexbird or Merc did message me. And I was like, I'll wait till I get in contact with him, get in person with him, and see him in Colorado or Los Angeles. I'll go through his phone, and if I find anything, I'm gonna do something about it. I took the shit straight to whatever the Last Chance program was that he was in. I took it straight to them, and I said, you guys need to check out the Reddit. You need to check out how do I fucking scroll through the comments? 'Cause we're not. Okay. I said you need to check out this Reddit. You need to check out this yada yada yada. And I also sent the fuckload of screenshots of basically there was no real child pornography on there. It was disturbing face swaps with Dancing with the Stars people and shit like that. It was pretty similar to the ones that were released before. It's so tricky. Okay. I'm hitting myself. You did nothing but reinforce his delusions. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Actually, like, Ivan was the only person that didn't
What
pretend.
delusion?
Yeah, what delusions? Yeah. Like, Daniel does
We were making
have...
our own money on Twitch.
All Ivan did was give him a platform to make money and to help him not be homeless anymore and get hotels. That's all he did. He never pretended to be a Grace Vanderwall. He never pretended to be a music manager. And that's like another thing that we want to touch base on. Like, when Ivan and I started with Daniel, there's
I wasn't
a lot
reacting to you, I was reading.
Oh, I know. There's like a lot of things that we found out. Like, we did a really big deep dive into Daniel lore, better than all of the documentaries that have been out about Daniel. Like, if you guys want to know about Daniel, then you would come to Ivan.
You motherfuckers act like it was some big ploy to launch my own streaming and YouTube career, which would have already been established for a minute. If you were around when I first started streaming with Dan, I was in a ski mask. And my fucking brother's girlfriend clicked an email link and his full name came up. You're letting women speak.
You women speak Korean.
We pretty much did everything in tandem.
Yeah. I just stay mute when it comes to these
I
things.
never found any doxes myself. It was her. I never found a single dox myself. Maybe one kid. I had reverse images. That's it.
The things that have been done to Daniel, like, I don't understand why people think that Daniel... I see all the time on the Reddit, and I see you people comment saying, like, oh, Daniel should save money. He shouldn't be going to get, like, takeout. He shouldn't be getting $30 meals. You guys are acting as if Daniel knows what's good for him. If Daniel knew what was good for him, he would have stayed in his group homes. If Daniel knew what was good for him, he would know that he's not dating Grace Vanderwall and travel all the way to California and New York. This whole live is about trying to spread awareness and, like, helping you guys understand that there are going to be real repercussions for people that keep contributing to, like, probably one of the worst, like, cyberbullying cases. This is, like, surpassing...
You can't fuck his mother, but...
This is, like, surpassing Chris Chan.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
Did you get there? Okay.
Bro doesn't wear the pants in his relationship. Bro doesn't wear the pants in his relationship. Well, it's not a relationship, but... I can't... Okay, we're gonna go back. I think we should, like, backtrack to maybe the people that we found thus far. Like, one of the biggest...
All of them, pretty much, except for Merc and some no-names. But everybody that did something significant had their
we have their docs.
Their docs in our hands.
Yeah.
And you guys haven't seen a single docs released to the public.
From us.
So, what the fucking Reddit was a massive smear campaign the entire time. Because if you guys were truly worried that he's a pedophile and you're truly worried he was a creep, I would have took him off the fucking streets. I wasn't gonna put him in hotels forever. I got him his new state ID. I got him all his fucking social security shit rehandled. All that fucking garbage. I was setting him up to get back into housing. And you guys just always just want to be a fucking bump in the road. That was it.
Yeah.
And I made $0. I lost money.
There was
I spent
this
a couple
one.
grand on his ass.
There was this one girl on the Reddit. Daniel had just gotten into the Divergence program, which is literally a program for people like Daniel or for like repeat offenders for misdemeanors that need intervention like as soon as possible, because jail isn't going to help him, but these services will. So, and this girl literally sent an email to the Divergence program, literally a program aimed at Daniel, like for Daniel, created for people like Daniel, trying to get him kicked out of this program because he's a threat to society, without even realizing that this is literally in place to protect society.
And this is a fucking program that you can't even get kicked out of.
Yeah.
They literally just let him fuck off and then forgot his files. The people, what was
I forget her name. What, Donut's mom on Reddit?
No, but what was the incident that got booted? It was the motel shit.
The motel shit, which was some fucking like also the Reddit idolizes these like literal LOL cows themselves. Like, you guys are so concerned about Daniel. The people that you're like praising and idolizing that have really done damage to Daniel are people that are far worse and more dangerous than Daniel. Like that fat pregnant lady, the guy that you guys were all upvoting and loving forever.
He was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, like literally domestic abuse
he was
charges.
hanging out with teenagers and spray painting in Chicago. He's like 36.
He had like domestic abuse charges.
I called him on his personal cell, and he answered. He said, "Is this Oxis?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "I know where your fucking mother lives, bitch."
You people
He was
literally
crazy.
have
He was
his
a lunatic.
account. Clearly, you're manipulated him enough to get his information, and you want to sit and preach to us as if you're high and mighty. So hilarious. Well, Pete, it's funny because this account was created for Daniel. This account actually
Before I was
made
around.
Daniel a lot of money,
But this account was created by that kid with the ski mask.
and we
he got
waited.
doxxed and he said, "Fuck it, I'm done." He
We
said,
waited-
"Oxis, you can have it."
We waited a year to go live on this account because the situation with Daniel has gotten so bad that this is like our last plea. And if you want to sit there and talk shit, Pete, just
Don't
wait.
eat, man. Don't eat,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not going to, but like just whatever, Pete. Yeah, and you decide to go on instead of your own. Wonder why? Oh,
You guys
because
are
you're
gonna come to
nobody's.
mine, dude.
That's fine. Whoop whoop whoop.
Okay, so listen,
You're
the people who
nobody's.
wanted to see me from the Daniel Larson community, which is like probably 10 people, they'll come watch my shit. I want to talk to you retards. You are the guys I want to talk to. The fuckers who don't know what actually happened. That's you guys are the ones, the people I want to talk to. The motel incident, they got this guy kicked out of DRC. They called plumbers, drywall specialists, and it was plumbers, drywall specialists to the motel. And they kept calling and saying the room is tore the fuck up. You guys got to get up there now. And then they were sending clips of Dan saying the N-word to the hotel. Now the manager was black. He actually went up there and all day before the manager threatened him. Those fuckers, the Flexberger and his little group, and this the 30-year-old from Chicago, they were sending death threats on whatever Google Voice numbers to Bob and Dan. This dude, what's his name? Fucking Chicago guy, fat pregnant lady. He was sending Bob death threats every day. Every day, and it's like, you guys think that the shit that happens with Bob is really funny, but essentially what happened in that situation was these guys had gotten death threats for like weeks from Google Voice numbers. Suddenly, they get the manager to actually threaten Dan with a gun, and it sparks him, and he's gonna have a meltdown. Like, what do you guys expect? They know what to do. None of Dan's like getting kicked out of his housing has been his fault. Punching walls as a mentally disabled person is not really a big deal.
It's not.
It's the doxing of all the caretakers. It's the doxing of the surrounding businesses. No, it has not. It is not. It's the entire town being fucking done with Dan. That's what it
Dana,
is.
why did
You guys ordering pizzas from the same fucking Pizza Huts.
you guys literally like overwhelmed all the caregivers that are already getting paid like a shit wage?
Yeah, yo. And Jonas was a piece of shit. He raised his hand at Dan.
Like,
You
you have to
can't do that
also
as a
admit
caregiver.
that there's like some. Yeah, Daniel was also with Jonas when he was like 17.
And Dan,
Right?
trust me, is a piece of shit too. He can be very self-centered. He doesn't really give a fuck much about anything but his career. When I met him, he doesn't shut up about music. He doesn't ask you any questions. He just fucking rambles and asks you if you know.
But
what is
Daniel,
your-
by default, isn't a good person. He's fully aware of what he does and what he can
No,
get
he's
away
not.
with. No, he's not. Like, you have to understand, Daniel doesn't think like all of us.
Yo,
Daniel's a survivor. Like, if you think about it, Daniel's never.
he's surviving on his aloofness. His
Okay,
having,
but like, even if you just go to like the basic principles of like how a human survives, like Daniel is homeless. Like, he
should.
doesn't have the ability to feel empathy because he's literally in a fight or flight stage right now. And like, when we started dealing with Daniel, he was in fight or flight because he was homeless. Like, you guys are punishing somebody that doesn't, like, there are far worse people that are of capable mind that deserve
Oh, yeah.
this.
go look for real pedals, guys.
Like, literally.
Stop
but
acting like you're vigilantes and he's getting fucked with because he's a pedophile.
he's not
You're
a pedophile.
fucking with him because he's
like,
mentally challenged.
Like,
right?
if you really care about, like, if you're gonna go off the basis that he's a pedophile, then stop trolling him out of the programs that are put in place to like prevent this. Like, Daniel needs intervention.
I wanted to say something to the dude who said something about Dan being like coherent, and that was go look at his fucking bank account when he tries to run a track by himself. $3 million. He thinks was it Barry Sanders was texting him.
Bernie Sanders, yeah.
No, not Bernie. Deion Sanders, the football coach for Colorado State. He thinks these people are texting his phone directly. What do you guys think is coherent or self-aware about any of that? Like, who the fuck thinks that? Alcoholic? I'm 3 beers deep, dude. I'm chilling. But yeah,
Daniel doesn't want an intervention. Well, no, because Daniel doesn't know what's good for
he
him.
needs to get arrested.
Like, Daniel doesn't understand what he needs. Daniel doesn't have, like, the ability to understand that, like, Daniel fully believes he's a celebrity and fully believes that he is dating Grace Vanderwall. So, yes, obviously he doesn't know what's good for him.
All I'm saying is, like, I tried to set up Daniel's government information that he would lost it because he leaves all of his shit at various houses, and I tried to set all that shit up. Try to get back in the housing. Try to get some money in his wallet. That's all I ever did. I did one bad thing, which was a misjudgment, which was a new prank. But that was a cash grab because we had to make money quick because I was tired of paying for his fucking hotels and I'm not making him be behind on the stream payments. He paid for the TVs he damaged. He paid for a lot of shit he bought in that time with his own money. He was making more money than us. And the only reason I got fucked with was because there's a Nazi book on there. There's like, it's all religious.
I know Catholicism.
The only reason I got fucked with is because you guys couldn't stand to see Dan in good hands. You needed him in some fucking 14-year-old, like, sadistic, gay 14-year-old kid's hands. Like, asking him to jerk off in a fucking Wendy's. Like, that's great content, I'm sure. The Twitch was easily the just nicest, cleanest, rawest Dan content you guys could have ever gotten. And there was I was gonna get this motherfucker on Call of Duty, on Grand Theft Auto, on dating shows. You guys could have seen some wild ass shit. Instead, you got him punching store clerks, Bob, and trying to fight kids and fucking running amok in public. He would have been off the streets. He probably would have had his own fucking apartment. But for you guys to tell me that Dan's aware of his actions is lunacy, because nothing that he says or does makes sense, but somehow you guys think he can make sense of things. It's just not how things work.
Let's do a deep dive into Daniel. So, like...
No, you don't want to see Dan fight people. You guys are just putting regular people in danger. What you want is Daniel off the street, whether it's a psych ward or whatever. And there was a point in time when I fucking considered signing the guardianship papers because Bob wouldn't do it. I was gonna put him in a fucking mental ward. Because you guys don't see like the weird stuff that they do behind the scenes. When all this Darcy Lynn shit came up, you guys just saw like
You just saw Daniel talking to Darcy Lynn,
you
but
just
you
saw
don't
pedophile.
realize that there's like 5 people acting as like Grace. You have Dave Vanderwall. You have like Tina Vanderwall.
No,
you
the
have
whole Dave Vanderwall
like
family.
one of like in the Larson leaks, like the last one, you had the whole Vanderwall family literally saying, as Tina Vanderwall, as Grace's mom, being like, Grace is of age and she wants you. And even when Grace was 17, Daniel, like, you had these trolls saying, oh, we give consent. We want you to date our daughter, but you need to do this, this, and this. You need to send a video, this, and this. So you don't understand, like, there's like weeks of them like baiting him and telling him that they want to see him with Grace, but he has to do these things.
I didn't make any content from Dan, motherfucker. The only content I posted was speaking about Dan's abuse. I didn't go to fucking theme parks like Brink or any of these other sons of bitches that like set shit up. I never did that.
Yeah.
All I ever had him do was walk around and public react to videos.
Who is this lady? You're pissing Daniel off right now. Okay. Wait, what is
well,
this?
You tell him you can have this
the
account.
universe.
I never needed.
Just said you did a cash grab a minute ago, but not chasing clout. Well, I wouldn't even address that.
A cash grab for Dan.
I wouldn't even address that because that's so stupid.
I didn't need his ass for fucking clout. Go look at my YouTube, dude. Go look at my Twitter. I can go make my own shit.
I'm hitting myself. You guys are perfect for each other. Yeah, thank you.
The reason I helped his ass is because I got in the Discord and there's a bunch of dudes laughing, going, "Hey, look at this retarded guy playing with his cock and like a monkey in a fucking in a stall, and putting fingers and pencils in his ass, and look at these are the kids that are typing it. Look at him sex them for months straight, and then get some sick footage out of him. Like, what do you guys think is okay about that? Like, why is that so funny to you? It was when I saw that, and at the point in time, I don't know if you guys remember how hard I came out. I came out swinging the bat pretty hard because I only got showed like that stuff. I didn't know Dan's lore at all. I didn't go look and do my research, nothing. I watched Dan on TikTok a couple times, and he had a Discord link he posted. That was all that happened. And
okay, we'll talk about the dog. Let's go back to the dog. So the dog thing was interesting because somebody trolled Daniel into one of Daniel's managers at the time said you should get a dog. Like that would be really great for the company. So Daniel got a dog and dog thing happened. Ivan called me. He was like, I'm actually close to Daniel. I'm gonna see if I can find like Daniel and the dog. But what happened was the Reddit formed like a Discord group, and the Discord group felt that they were above animal control. Animal control was actively looking for Daniel, but there were some members in the Reddit that thought, hey, we're better than animal control. So you know what? We're going to go and get this dog, and we're going to dog nap the dog, and then we're going to also take donations for the dog.
How do we get this fucking
for the 24 hours that the dog was in this woman's custody, she was taking donations, which is crazy because I mean the dog was there for what, like 24 hours. Anyway, that was this guy goated minds that we'll get there. We're gonna circle back, and we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about like the very beginning with the Zoom calls. Should we go back to that?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can call me a clout chaser all you want, or anybody else. The real clout chasers that you guys like let run through the lore and like interview him in public, or take him to fucking theme parks and ass slap him in supermarkets and play basketball, and any of those other fuckers that took him on like little rides and shit. That was the cheap clousing, and they posted that content directly on their channel. Scroll through my channel. I have only videos of me talking myself personally about Dan, and maybe some clips. That's about it. Small, like 4 clips max. Brink's entire profile was Dan's sidekick. That's what it was. You guys, he didn't do a damn thing. I don't know why people thought Brink got any hotels. And none of that, dude. He bought up some groceries here and there. The kid's like 17. It was all me. And I never asked you guys to fucking give me respect for it. I tried to hide my fucking identity. Like, I still got doxxed. Motherfuckers were calling me mom at work. They said that I was a pedophile. anything they could do to like sort of just throw a wrench and shit, they were doing. Go look at my YouTube. If you think I need to fucking cart around a special dude to get some YouTube views, then you're madly mistaken. I went through a lot. When I had just found Dan, my dad and grandfather had died within like a month, and that entire past year, I took care of my grandfather. He had dementia. It was 24/7 care. I lost my dad exactly a month later on that day. And I had recently become sober, and I was like, that's why I was cooped up in the house. I was like, I have nothing to do. I could just put my time in depression towards helping this kid who's in a terrible ass position. That's all I did. That's all I fucking did. And it was fun, but it became a pain in the ass. He calls me 10 times a day. He has people telling him that I've impregnated Grace and that he has to take care of my child.
What happened with Daniel and his caretakers in his last place?
I was sober for a year, dumbass. I got a beer in my hand. Yeah, of course I'm not sober.
It doesn't really matter. We're not talking about Ivan so much as we're talking about Daniel.
I just if you guys wanted some incentive as to why I did it, I tried to put my.
It doesn't matter. I wholeheartily believe that Ivan looked out for Daniel and Daniel's best interest, and I know.
I'm gonna collaborate. You gotta get his number. It's not fucking everywhere.
Yeah, send us his number and we'll call him right now.
I stopped drinking. You're making me
want to drink. Okay, well.
Honestly, I'd rather you see a therapist and still crack beers. It's just.
Okay, so we'll go to like when we got like Ivan and I got together, we did a deep dive into Daniel, and we started at the Zoom calls, which is super interesting. So like for a few years, Daniel, I think maybe it was like during COVID, beginning of COVID, when the Zoom calls happened. It must have been.
Somebody was playing Fortnite with him. One of the OG trolls, I don't know which one it was, and he got him into those Zoom calls. So
then Zoom calls became a thing for Daniel.
Or Likey was before that. I don't even know.
I don't even know which one it was that came. Daniel.
We doxed those fuckers too.
In 2019, yeah. So like Daniel had this like weird like phase for a year where he was kind of brought into these Zoom calls, and so Daniel would actually perform for like 50 plus, like even 100 plus viewers of like high school kids, or at that age, I think at that time Daniel was like 17, and he thought he was signing a record deal. So these people would be like, hey, join our Zoom. We're Roach Records. We're Fine Dining Records. Like, join our Zoom.
Big Cock Records.
Yeah, Big Cock Records. So there's like 4 different like managements that had happened at that time. And that's kind of like what started his whole, like, all of these delusions with his music. And I think this is really why he started streaming like something more and wanted to, anyway. So.
Which he wasn't even getting any revenue from because you fuckers kept ripping it and posting it yourself.
The Zoom calls are a really hard watch, I think, in my opinion, because you just see him sitting there performing and singing to a group of like 50 high school kids that are laughing at him, and he's believing that he's actually auditioning for a record label.
And you guys...
But that was like for the first year. I think that was in 2019 or 2018.
But that's what perpetuated the animal that Dan's become, because before.
Well, that's what fed into his delusions.
No, but they say that Dan's like a terrible person. He's said distrustful and self-centered because he got fucked with. He was very childlike in those Zoom calls. Yeah,
he was. But he's always been childlike. If you ever see him when he gets into like a disagreement. Hold on, something like that.
Oh shit, guys. Oh. I got one cooking for you guys right here. Fucking bitches. I only wanted to go live to. This is a little spicy.
It's
about to fucking choke on it though. Oh shit.
Okay, let's just go back to the circle back to our time.
No, but the point of life, because I think it's just like whatever. I don't know what you guys think we're doing. I think there's two things that are important. One is trying to reconnect with Dan and maybe get him out of some of the hands he's in right now, because these kids have their claws pretty deep. I think these last few managers have all been like a rotation of the same like group of five, like 3, 4, 5 kids, as well as super important emergency. Just address the fact that Dan's trolling has evolved and it's become not only like an internet like, hey, you gotta film them, you can text them and fuck with them, but now the community is playing a role in.
Well, now he has a
defeating the
huge
delusions.
following. So now he has like 50,000 plus
Yeah, you were saying it was close
members. Yeah.
Christian, how much does Christian have? It's probably.
I don't know how many Christian has, but yeah, it's close.
Needs help from experts. Dude, I'm he can't get expert help. There's nobody to sign off on his hold. That's what I'm saying. Prison or dead is his only option, 2 options. So you guys don't understand, right? Any help is a good help. I wasn't fucking counseling the dude. I was just putting money in his pocket. And your comment wasn't even that bad. Sorry, it was an aggressive response. I didn't talk about grace with him. If he started to talk about it, I'd take it off somewhere else. What was it? And he told me to do whatever I wanted to try and get the account to go viral, which I stopped attempting to do at a certain point, because I was like, the more viral I make this kid, the more people are gonna fuck with him. The more he's gonna get recognized. So I kind of just made it more about Dan, like viral clip hunting. But around the time that we're still viral clip hunting was the nuke prank. And
We don't really give a shit anymore, honestly. Like, I think that's like what we're trying to get at. When everything happened with Flexburger and like Larson leaks, we can circle to like world. We have a lot of like knowledge within our like. We've been very involved with Daniel for the past year and a half. Whether it's been us showing our faces or like us being present, we've still been involved, and we're still in the know. And people still reach out to us, and like, even the latest group, we somehow got wrapped into that, and that was like some weird incel fucking guy called Goated Minds that everybody praises on Reddit. Well, he's not far off from an LOL cow himself.
You guys keep.
And it's fucking annoying at this point, really, because everybody felt so okay to like dox and harass like Ivan when Ivan really didn't do anything.
To be honest with you guys, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm worried about Dan more than anything.
And people need to be held accountable, though. At the end of the day, like, you're all contributing to like probably one of the worst cases of like cyberbullying that has happened. Like this man literally does not have a parent. Like, has never had parents. Like, I saw one post. Somebody was like, "Oh, Daniel's mom was scared of him when he was like 6 years old." I'm like, do you know how fucking stupid that sounds as a 6-year-old child? Like,
Daniel's mother was Dan with long hair.
Daniel's mother was an alcoholic and a drug addict and abused Daniel from a young age. If you think about how hypersexual Daniel is, most of that comes probably from sexual trauma.
Child molestation.
Yes.
And go take a look at her YouTube, by the way, guys. She also thought she was going to be a famous singer and thinks that everybody that walks on planet Earth is a fan of theirs. It was passed down. She was probably molested.
Yeah. And like you guys are like reaching out to Daniel's dad, who literally looks like he looks like he was born to be a pedophile. Like if you look at him and you're like, oh, they're scared of their own son when he was 5 years old. It's like, do you know how stupid that sounds? Like, that's actually ridiculous. That's a great point about a cycle, and a lot of trolling will only make it worse.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you guys think you're vigilantes and think you're helping, and the main cause, which, not for the trolls actually, guys, was ever on the table, but for the average viewers and me, we were aligned. We want him off the fucking streets. That was it. If he is actually a threat, then you want to take him off the fucking streets. That was it. But where's your evidence for what? Do you think you're
You think-
vigilantes? No, we don't.
We don't think we're vigilantes. We're just really, this is like our last like plea for like any kind of like realization. I don't know. I just hope, I don't know if there's a way, if anybody has like a suggestion that we help you guys like understand Daniel's situation better. Who's controlling him right now then?
Teenagers.
Yeah, teenagers usually, but we're not really sure. The last time we heard there was like some FBI agent. What do you even hope to accomplish with this stream? Okay.
I wanted to
We're
let
gonna-
Dan
we're gonna-
know that I'm not trying to kill him.
This is probably
He
going
can
to
have this account back if he wants it.
This is probably going to be a long stream because there's actually a lot we want to accomplish with this stream, but you're going to scare the current trolls off. There will always be more.
No,
So
we're
that's
not.
exactly it, because I said the same thing to Ivan like a year and a half ago when I got involved with him, Zach, because I'm like, once you like cut the head off of one, there's going to be like 10 more that pop up, and that's entirely true.
This
But
is
the whole
last
reason
plea
for this,
us.
like, this is our last, like, I understand what you're saying, but like, I hope that if we keep sharing like more about what we learned about Daniel and like his journey, and we're gonna get to that, that maybe some people will have some empathy or some people will understand like the whole situation. Because we've seen a lot of like Daniel YouTube documentaries come out in the
I
past.
didn't take the account and abandon it.
The last like we've seen a lot of like YouTube documentaries about Daniel come out in the past like 3 months that aren't really that accurate, because they've kind of just looked on the Reddit and like maybe they've done the research for a month or so, but it's not really the whole picture. So if you guys have like any questions about like some incidents, we can definitely give you
Whatever
some
you guys
good
think
insight.
you know about an incident, there was
so much more to
5,
it.
6, 7
Layers
layers
to
of build up until
Yeah.
he pops the fuck off.
Yeah.
So like people just see Dan.
You changed the password on, what is that? You changed the password on him. Why do you
No, I
lie so
didn't
much?
change the password on him.
I'm not gonna. We're not gonna like answer those
He still knows the
questions.
password.
We're not gonna answer those questions because it's kind of ridiculous.
His
Talk
new
about
managers come in and they say, "You need secured accounts with our management company."
Talk about
You
the
fucking
TikTok
like
live incidents.
So he was on Likey, or yeah, Likey. Wait, no, yeah, Likey. Then they got him to do some Likey meltdowns, and this is when they started like forming a management.
So I
because-
think around that time, like when he was having those, there was like 6 people. Flexburger was one of them for like the May 6th incident, like one of those big ones.
that was TikTok.
Yeah, but that's like one of those big like incidents happened. So there was like a team of them, and a lot of this happened with like a big Discord group, like some of them averaging like 50 people, some of them smaller, where they would all like plan how to approach Daniel. So some of them would pretend to be
He doesn't
The
do drugs.
some of them pretended to be the Vanderwall family, and some of them pretended to be Grace, and then they would bait him in to be like, hey, you're not going to date my daughter unless you do this. You're not going to date my daughter unless you do, like, I want you to
Doesn't
get
even know the
naked
lore,
on
huh?
stream.
Well,
We do know the lore. There's just so
Listen.
much lore. It's really hard to, like...
the main thing was they told him that his fucking I'm sorry. Were there people right below us? The main thing that they told him was that for example, if you're talking about the fucking porn shit he did, they just told him that his account was now only 18 and over viewers, and that it was a live audition. So he popped off and showed his cock, and he was very gullible at that time. He still is very gullible.
Well, he thought he was... that this was an actual record label that was trying to sign him. So if you're
This was Hussy
somebody...
magazine.
Yeah.
This was to reach out to him as Hussy for I don't know which one it was, dude.
But all of them, there's always been managers that have said, like, hey, you're going to make it big. You're going to be a millionaire if you do this. And, like, what you need to understand is Daniel was born not in a family. Like, he was never raised properly. He was never given, like, a set of skills. Like, he was never given life skills. He was never given the skills to be, like, successful in life.
Like you said.
And you're saying, somebody asked if we're trying to help him out still. Yeah, we try to help him out still, but more behind the scenes. Because
I've been doing shit. I've been cooped up. I'm doing my own garbage. She's the one on Discord.
but we try to help Daniel. Like, no, we do talk when it comes to things that are going bad with Daniel.
Yeah, there is no info.
Like
you guys
when-
had no clue that they were getting death threats for weeks leading up to the motel incident.
The motel incident is like a really complex situation that is actually probably one of the worst situations that I've seen. Like the motel incident was really hard to watch because at that point he had been trolled out of his. So we got Daniel placed into a program, into a group home that fall. And like Ivan and I had both written letters and emails to different advocacy programs. He finally got into a place, I think in October or November. He was in there. People had sent him dildos, a bunch of pizzas. He was getting like deliveries every
100
night.
bananas from our own mod.
Yeah.
Server, or whatever the fuck that was. 1,000 bananas, I don't know what it was.
He got like a bunch of like DoorDashes and deliveries to that place to the point where like they weren't equipped to handle that. They didn't really understand like his presence online. And then he got kicked out of that place because he had an episode and they weren't, it was more of a halfway house. They weren't really equipped to deal with like his disability. He got kicked out. He was homeless again. We got him into, like, we helped get him into the Divergence program. He was in the Divergence program. They're like, hey, we're going to put you in a motel. He was in the motel. And you have to understand, too, like, Daniel doesn't have an income other than, like, his, what are the checks called?
SSI, which you
Other than
guys fucked up multiple times.
Yeah, so he had that, but then he was in the motel, and once he got into the motel, you have to understand, he goes live to make money because he doesn't have another income. On top of that, he also thinks he's a celebrity. So he's in the motel, and the day that he got into that motel, this small, probably like 20-unit motel, people started calling the motel every hour of the day. They called plumbers. They called plumbers. They called electricians. They called different tradespeople. They called like pizzas. They had a bunch of deliveries. They called the motel manager saying that like Daniel was saying like the N-word, which yeah, of course, like you should never ever say racial slurs, but you also have to understand that this is not like it's not somebody like Ivan and I that are saying racial slurs. It's Daniel. And anyway, so he got trolled out of like his last ditch effort. Like, his last hope he was trolled out of. What is he saying about me? To hear yourself talk? Oh Lord.
The one thing that I always thought was important for you guys to realize was the levels of
So when you guys say the racial slurs is different, so when you guys say that racial slurs, it's different?
Yeah, generally when a special ed person does anything, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, there was a certain level of manipulation that went into most of these things. Like if they wanted Dan to say something or work something out of him, they would do it it would sometimes take a long time. But the weird Darcy messages where he's messaging the fucking 13-year-old singer, he was sitting in like a fucking group chat with the entire Vanderwall family, Barack Obama, Darcy Lynn, Darcy's parents, and you got a special ed kid in a dead center, and a bunch of like mad weirdos messaging him all at once, egging him to date Grace. And then they say, oh, we want to have they say shit like, oh, we want to have a throuple. You need to talk to Darcy, and when she's of age, we can marry. And then they just wait. They just wait for Dan to ask Darcy Lynn, the account that says Darcy Lynn, if she likes piss or whatever, or if it stinks like a bee. That's it. And then you guys are like, oh my God, lock him up.
Like we understand that he is mentally unwell. We understand he is not neurotypical. We understand he needs to be placed under supervised care. And internet, exactly. And we understand that too.
I never said that any business monitoring his ass.
And why we're doing this stream is because we hope more people realize that too, and they stop actively trying to get him removed from the supports in place for people like him.
The motel story was just that they'd been getting death threats.
I'm making an in-depth docuseries on Daniel. None of what you are saying is anything super revealing or not known, this stream is not helpful. Okay, well, just wait, because it's going to be helpful. He shouldn't have a phone at all. Yeah, he shouldn't have a phone at all.
You guys had no clue.
You guys have no
people
clue.
Were death getting Bob daily death threats.
Like,
you didn't know that when he was in a group chat with these fucking 7 kids.
And if you're gonna make a docu-series on Daniel, I hope it's gonna be about like the level of abuse that he's dealt with, and not something that is like, oh, Daniel, a known TikTok pedophile, a known YouTuber. He was like, it's crazy.
And besides the point.
In 45 minutes, just wait. Yeah, just wait.
You guys love.
How did that not hurt your teeth, bruh?
It's back. It's the molars. You guys love to hate, but you dick suck the fuck out of these kids that just They literally plagiarize the wiki and then steal clips from each other as well. Like, post it, and you guys are giving these kids like 10K fucking some subscribers and a couple 100,000.
Okay, we can talk about New York because that was crazy.
Yeah, and I made a TikTok before.
We should actually talk about when he came to California first, if we want to like backcycle into that. So back to the motel. When Daniel got kicked out of the motel, which was because of this guy, let me just pull it up because we're just gonna go there.
He was a piece of it.
He was a big piece of it, though. So let me just pull it up. Hold on.
Be better content than you. You don't watch my content. You don't even know what my YouTube channel is, bro. You didn't even know who the fuck I was when you came in the chat. You have to have started watching Dan like the past 2 months.
Okay, so a big person.
I'm not defending the actions. I'm just saying he's mentally challenged. He's exempt. Everybody's mentally challenged to a certain extent is exempt from everything. He can't do anything about it. Flawed brain.
So Dylan Coca was like fat pregnant lady, and he was a big Reddit user at one point. He was making like Daniel masks, and he was the person that was like, I'm spam calling Bob while Daniel was in the motel. He also he has a bunch of charges. Anyway, so he was like, I fucking hate Daniel. I'm gonna see him burn in hell. I'm not gonna stop until he's done. Like until he's like dead and in the cemetery. And Ivan called Dylan and was like, hey, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Dylan answers like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I know who this is. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I wish we had the recording. Anyway, so Dylan was a big part of like why Daniel was kicked out of the motel. Daniel gets kicked out of the motel. He's now homeless. He had the first big fight with Bob on video. Bob takes him to the airport. Bob buys him a plane ticket to California. Ivan picks him up from the airport, right?
Yeah, no, he bought him a fucking one-way.
Bought him a one-way to California. Ivan picks him up in California.
He stayed with me for 3 days, and I just actively looked for housing with him. And then I told him, I gave him some cheap motels, and I told him he'd start going live again. He actually, he told me how they created the fog before. So I was like, okay, if you wanna try to return and make some money, you can stay out here. You should reintroduce the fog. So he taped up his camera. And I was taking him to like undisclosed locations because some like people were hunting his ass at that time. But I just wanted to get him enough money to stay in motels without being involved in the situation. But people ended up figuring out he was probably with me because I was in LA. And I was speaking with his current healthcare specialist.
No, he's like the head of the divergence program you were in contact with. And then, so Daniel stops living with Ivan. Daniel's homeless. That's when we bring in the Discord with I Wish I Had a Dad. So this random Discord popped up like a few weeks after Daniel stopped living with Ivan. And it was like this weird server that popped up. It was run by some guy that had crazy domestic abuse charges and child abuse charges. They had Daniel on live on like the Discord stage talking. Ivan and I were trying to find Daniel's exact location the whole time. Ivan finds Daniel, confronts him at Anytime Fitness, tries to plead with Daniel,
I
being
followed
like,
him for two or 3 hours.
yeah. trying to plead with Daniel, like, hey, these people are pretending they're a record deal again. Like, you need to stop this. Like, we had also been actively trying to get Daniel back to Denver and back to the resources that he had in Denver. And we were obviously unsuccessful. Daniel says, no, I've got it.
And staple the...
Can you put that period down? What?
I can't read from that far. And staple the what? The toggle on this broad thing. I'm sorry I laughed. You're not funny, dude. You gotta deal with that yourself.
I explained how you hung out with Dan, tried to help him, and now you're on his old account and live streaming. Okay, we're on his old account
he abandoned this because the managers told him to.
Yeah.
They made him delete everything that I was.
It's not that sinister, really.
Can you put the? Okay, it's the same thing. Dude, Dan, I don't know why you guys think he has a million TikTok accounts. It's not because he gets banned. There's just as many accounts that are not banned that are banned out there. And it's because every time, anyways, whenever new management rolls through, they just wipe a clean slate. So he banned his biggest YouTube account, which I've tried multiple times to give him back. Someone's running around as a liquid ox. Apparently trolling recently. I got texts of kids from the Daniel Larson community text me out of the blue all the time. Just fucking weird shit. They asked me why I was harassing Dan. I haven't spoken to him in months. And then they said, yeah, fuck you, we know where Paula lives. Paula's my mother. They sent me my old address when I was a kid. It's like, I've been fucking chilling, dude. I've really just been inside.
If you manage, what does it say?
I wasn't a manager.
If you manage... Oh, if you monks.
If you monks.
Have something to say, you can get it out already. I want to get my Big Mac and finish it.
We've told you a lot of things you guys don't fucking know.
Yeah.
All the information that you get from the Reddit.
I'm sure you mean well, but sometimes the best way to help someone
is leave them up to 40,000.
Is to get them in better hands than your own. Of course, exactly.
That's what we tried to do.
We're trying. We're literally. This is like our last plea. We're trying to get him into better hands. We're trying to get him back into the system, but he keeps getting trolled out of the system, and the very supports that are available to him, people think that he doesn't deserve, and that's the whole thing. We also, you know what? Let's just go back to Flexburger. So Flexburger was a huge Daniel troll that got him naked on TikTok Live. He's celebrated on the Daniel Larson subreddit, which is fine, but...
And by the way, you guys giving that stuff upvotes and comments is just as bad as Flexburger doing the shit himself, because what you're doing is you're promoting this.
You're promoting it, and you're giving these people, you're validating what they're doing. I'm so glad this is the last plea. Okay, well... Okay. Anyway, so Flexburger is one of those trolls that was there 2 years ago, was there last year, and is now apparently back this year, which is crazy. His name is Josh. I don't know, should we just lay it all out there? He came back with Larson Leaks, which is crazy. He kind of made his first appearance back after a few years. And he was responsible for the May 6th incident where Daniel got naked on TikTok Live and made a fool of himself. Flexburger and his friend Jay. Jay owns the Spotify. Flexburger came back, was under Larson Leaks with a few other people, one being Vlad. Vlad actually was part of the reason why Daniel spit on the bodega worker in New York, which is crazy. We reached out to Michael Quinn about it.
You guys called Flexburger's mom.
No, they never called Flexburger's
mom. Yes, you did. You and your buddy. Remember, she was Eastern European.
No, that was Quacko.
Yeah, Quacko. Yeah,
Quacko, but Quacko's not really involved as much as like Flexburger is still around.
He is though, because they're ripping his content and making money off of it.
Well, Jay is.
All these people are you love to bitch and whine about clout chasers and yada yada yada. And you have people forming their entire identity around Daniel. That's all they do day in, day out, right? Is watch and procure and make money off of that shit. Go after them, dude, if that's what you're so damn worried about. Because that's what all these kids are doing. All these managers are stealing your donations. You're paying these little weirdo fucks.
Yeah, they do steal his money.
All these fuckers were stealing his money. All of them.
Flexburger's a big one because he came back after he shouldn't have been back. Good, yeah.
You think you are...
You think we're donating. Well, yeah, a lot of people do donate it. Yeah, you do donate
Daniel Larson made $4,000 in a month.
Maybe not you. GG. Good game. Thanks, Clark.
Dan made $4,000 in a month on Twitch. I just like to watch. Yeah, that's okay. If you're not interacting, I don't really mind that much. Because the interaction is what makes it a viral content.
It's when you also get involved, like, with trolling. Which I'm going to actually circle back to Goated Minds. He was also actively trolling Daniel and was a part of a group that was pretending to be a Vanderwall family.
More than y'all. Clark, you're fucking retarded.
So Goated Minds was a part of like this group maybe a few months ago.
Not been manic. Dude, the thing is, you're not doing it ethically. Whatever you're doing, and I don't even know who you are. I guess you just appeared in for the last couple of weeks. I don't watch the Reddit anymore. I got my account banned again. My fucking device is perm banned.
Let's go back to Goated Minds. I want to like fixate on him for a second. So
go to Minds and round up all the YouTubers as well.
So okay, let's go. So Goated Minds made a post and he was like, just got word that all the schizo posting about Grace came to a head. Apparently someone is messing with him and saying Grace got railed by Jacob. Well, all of those posts that he makes are because he's in that group chat with this fake Grace. He's literally been making YouTube videos about Daniel for the past like few months. It honestly is almost worse that he's still like a prominent troll in the Daniel community because Daniel's literally at his like rock bottom. Like I don't think Daniel can get worse than what he is.
He's been fucking swimming through he's been wading through waist high mud for a long time.
Yeah.
She's still...
And Eric, she will not stop yapping. Yeah.
I can't read them. I'm just trying to fucking...
Yap fast.
Okay. Fast. You guys bitched about...
Everybody.
No, they didn't. They only bitched about us. Because they were using good hands. You guys wanted to see him beat off in bed. Yeah. You wanted to see his ass spread. You did. Admit it. Just admit that you wanted to see him.
Why do you feel bad for him? You'd know better than anyone else what he is.
I don't feel like he's been done wrong because he's okay. He has got himself into certain situations, right? When it comes to DRC, all those people, they had to kick him out. Where he did wrong is you guys allowing the puppet show of Dan to go down. And that is the only reason that he ever lost his housing. That is the only reason that he is homeless. I don't think you guys realize how weird and disassociative and just so separate from reality that you can experience and know. No two realities are the same at all whatsoever. But being a homeless person is something that you guys could not fathom or live through. Dan has half the brain cells. And has been kicking around, somehow making it, while getting fucked with. And it's like, just put his ass somewhere. And I tried to put him in a straitjacket in Los Angeles. I called in the 5105. I fucking tracked him to the LA Fitness. That's why that video is there. That is the only answer. The straitjacket or the prison. I used to think he was stable enough to maybe continue the Twitch stuff himself, or I could just find some other fucker to manage it, because it was a pain in the ass. But he's not. There's no rhyme or reason. Anything that he does, he has no schedule. He calls you all fucking day long in the middle of the night. And he doesn't function like a normal human being. Like, he's he's up when he wants to be up and he's sleeping when he wants to be sleeping. Whether it's in a car garage or in a fucking porta potty at a new piece of real estate in the mountains in Los Angeles. Like you guys are causing this dude to go into hiding, like he's an animal. Like it's fucking weird. Yes. But I was saying, we don't have to talk about all the YouTubers. You guys are basically just clones of each other. If we talk about one of you guys, you're all getting talked about.
And we'll talk about Good at Minds. Because he's the worst. If Daniel didn't have viewers, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I would. My Uncle Donnie has schizophrenia. If you little fucks were fucking with my Uncle Donnie, I'd definitely be in his accounts watching him. I had just never seen anything like it before.
I think what makes it worse though is like the newer trolls now that are still coming in and like monopolizing on somebody at like he's literally at his like rock bottom, and you have people like goated minds that are sitting there being like, I'm gonna come in, like I've only been here for a few months, but like let me make posts about this person that.
But when we came around, the fucking Reddit had 15K people.
Yeah, 15K. Members.
He was still a niche. He was still a niche lolcow.
Yeah.
He wasn't even fucking as big as he was now.
And now he's got 51,000, 52,000.
Yeah, you guys. Stop.
It's crazy.
Shit,
I just hope that like some people that are watching this like understand like there's so much more. There's so many layers to
But here you are. Yes, here I am. Because I'm still getting texts from people in the community. I am still getting messages from people in the community. People still add me from videos I posted years ago on TikTok about Dan and say, what can we do, blah, 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 or fuck.
But I think it's also time for like people to be held accountable. Like you guys are all texting Ivan. Well, why don't we text Eric?
We have a
whole bunch of people.
And we never released a damn thing because you know what the worst thing to come out of all of this was just my mom being fucked with. You guys like called my
Let's go for Eric. Like Eric is a university student that sits there and on his spare time he's making YouTube videos about Daniel. He's sitting in with girls pretending to be Grace, asking in this like right now with Daniel being literally at his like lowest of low. He's a homeless, like schizophrenic, autistic man. And Eric is sitting there like masterminding all of it. What did he say?
He said he did nothing wrong. I don't know who Eric is. I don't do the doxing.
It's the go to minds guy.
I drink beers. It's that.
Well, Eric did a lot. And I think it's silly to sit there and say he didn't really do that much because he did do a lot.
That entire bodega situation was perpetuated by everybody that was in that call.
Well, that was like Vlad and Flexburger and that group.
Goodman was in there.
Was he in the?
I'm pretty sure he was in that.
Yeah, so like all the like when Daniel only spit on that bodega worker and had that fight with the bodega worker because people were sitting there on a Discord call, on a small Discord call with Daniel saying, "Spit on him, spit on him."
Talking about the dog. No, that was Vlad. Yeah, the dog one, which was harmless. I was in that too. I was in that Discord server with Flexburger. They were just looking for the dog.
But then
the dog napping was illegal.
The dog napping was illegal, and that was where Eric had a big, a super big play.
You just thought you were still through 6.
It's stupid. Like you're on. Animal control animal control has a role in society for a reason. You're not animal control, Eric.
Look, you say who cares, bro, but you took the time to come here and say we did more for him. All I ever tried to do was get him off my fucking back. I've been trying to disappear.
But Eric's not like far from like the goated minds guy that you guys all praise. Like he's not far from an LOL cow. Like he literally, like Eric, Olejnik pointed out that he believes PIIT would bring something unique to the campus, especially if they focus on the event. What?
Basically, they kicked me because I was fucking annoying. You know what you guys did was sit in there all day and just hone in on fucking Dan. That's all you did. That's it. Just laugh at every fucking step you took. Cringe. You watch a special dude all day. And on top of like the well-spoken like shit that Go to Mind's putting out on the internet and yada yada yada, he's sitting in Discord calling him a retard and shit. And then he wants to say he has an unbiased
Love
opinion.
you, Headroom.
Headroom? And she's calling your guys' names out. I don't know who you guys are. Like I said, I've been doing my own shit. But Bro can't get
Zan out of his mouth.
Zan?
You literally managed
Zan.
him for months. The fuck are you on about? Shut up. We're on about like not months. We've been involved with Daniel for over a year. This live isn't going to solve anything. You're live better if you didn't make this.
Well, it's either every once in a while somebody stirs a little bit of the pot, or you guys just continue to dick suck each other.
Yeah,
And I'm
literally.
being honest with you guys. You guys are the most fucking ballless, weirdo.
Hello, beautiful. You're
lifeless
very
fuck
pretty.
parts.
Come to India, please.
Uh,
You guys are just jealous.
jealous of you guys?
Yeah, we are.
Y'all are.
What's cringe is getting drunk and logging into a pedophile's account to
No, we're
yap
not
about.
boring goated minds because it's easy.
Goated Minds is not that easy, actually, but I will yap about Goated Minds if you really want me to. I'll put his photo up right now.
Well, the reason we can talk about goated minds so easily is because...
No, we're going to talk about everybody. Like, I literally don't even care anymore.
Well, we can... I don't know. We might go in trouble, but... Yeah. I mean, goated chose to put his identity out there. These other kids who have, actively had a dude put fucking shit in his ass and all that weird, crazy shit. I mean, I can't say that...
Ewan, are you here?
Who?
Ewan. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. With what? Telling everybody's information? I don't know. That's like a big... Most of his trolls do. 98% of
No, you guys do
Larsonians don't actually do anything to Daniel. It's a group of Discord weirdos who you should be complaining about. Yeah, we are.
No, it's not a group of Discord weirdos.
The whole time.
You guys are like the jihad fucking,
Oh, yeah.
like the reserves sitting
Yeah.
in. The second that one of these little ass slappers gives you guys an invitation into the troll club, you hop right in. That's why there's fucking new management groups every single week. No idea who Clark is, but he's probably Warren. He's probably everybody else before that. I don't know if there's been any OG trolls recently. Flex is always around. So is all the other dumbasses, but some of them just choose not to interact. I didn't do nothing. Clark's not. I don't care.
We're going to do a vote right now. Should we dox Flexburger?
No, I don't think we should. I don't think we should.
Should we dox Goated Minds?
Go to Mines is all you gotta do is reverse image search him. You put your face on the internet. I mean, you dox yourself. Are you just here to tell us you're the good guy? No, I mean I'm not the good guy. I got involved in a situation I probably shouldn't have got involved in, and yeah, I helped them, but I don't know. I did hunt kids for a bit. Threatened some people over messages. I mean, that was the most bad that I did. Never posted any full identities or anything like that.
Center Israel. What's your real name, Sue Ellen? I'll never tell you that. You acknowledge you shouldn't have gotten involved. Why doesn't that make it easier to tap out?
Wait, what?
I don't really know.
I didn't tap out. Dan just stopped talking to me. I'm not gonna chase this guy. I don't need him.
His New York thing was crazy too. Like there was some guy like Two-Tone Tony that was like trying to help Daniel. He was pretending to be Daniel's security guard, which just feeds into the delusions. There was a group of people that were actively talking with Daniel.
Yeah, that's when the in-person Truman showing began. It was in New York.
Yeah, because like Two-Tone messaged Ivan and I there, and he was like, "Why don't you just pretend to be a Grace?" And we're like, "No, we're not going to do
Yeah,
that."
Tony was alright, but he was an odd motherfucker.
Yeah, he was weird. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's all yapping. You
Roaring
guys,
Thunder.
if Daniel put out a jack off video every Friday, you'd be in the fucking Reddit watching. Okay, every Friday. Don't say that you wouldn't either. Or dude, I can't with these beers. Fuck.
When will you all help Daniel get shelter? Well, we did try and help Robert. We did try and get Daniel into shelter, and we did. We got him into a home last October, and then he was kicked out of that home, and we got him into the divergence program, and then he's still actually in the divergence program, I guess.
Yeah, they're just not.
But then he came to LA, and that kind of got put on the back burner because they couldn't help him when he was in LA.
The second that Dan got, I knew we were good. You guys fucked it all up.
Yeah, literally.
And I know you guys want to see bad for Dan, but if you truly believe that he's a threat to children and a legitimate pedophile, then
Daniel is cold and starving in a parking garage now. Yeah, he is. It's horrible, Robert. This live is interesting.
if you truly think he's a threat to children, then you would have helped get him
Yeah.
out of the public, but you didn't.
Yeah.
You just want to see him play with his dick. Just be honest with
Daniel
yourself.
is in a hotel tonight, all thanks to me and my assistants. Nice, Clark. It's good. Hank Hill threatened to kill me. This docs when? Who do you want to dox? The dude.
I would just, if you want to dox anybody, I would just do it from anonymous account. Well, they don't know who you are, actually.
Yeah. It's wild. Anything I say that's real and true is skipped. Well, what did you say? I didn't really see your thing.
It sounds like the dude that was saying yap, yap, yap.
What did you say that was real? I don't know what you said. This live is interesting, yeah. Okay, that's so annoying.
Really, if I'm being honest,
Dox everyone so we can wrap this up.
you guys aren't gonna do anything. This is the
Yeah.
thing. The only reason that people were scared of me
Hypocrite.
doxing was because at the point in time, when I posted some abuse content regarding Dan's name and like what was going on with him, those things were hidden like this.
Yeah.
Because the algorithm was finding the parents of mentally disabled kids.
Yeah.
And they would message me.
Yeah. Like the Zachary guy.
Yeah, there was tons of other kids that I helped that I didn't do anything with socially because they weren't interested in that stuff. I never asked or anything like that. But Dan was already all over the place, and I was like, this guy could get off the streets like this. Because I had been watching him. I thought he was entertaining myself. All I had to do was set up accounts. But yeah, the thing is, if I have your docs, and I didn't go find them, I don't know why you guys are dragging around, because she'll come look for you guys, just out of spite. But if I give that shit to TikTok, you're gonna get, the pitchfork fucking torch chase. It's just gonna be a witch hunt, and you don't want that. Because when witch hunts happen, everybody around you is gonna get fucked with. That's like my mom. You're getting emails that I'm a pedophile, that the fuckers. Nothing will happen. Yes, shit will definitely happen. I don't know, this Clark guy, you probably seem like, it looks like you're trying to do some good, apparently. The only non-ethical thing that you're doing is you are definitely, a couple of you guys are totally pretending to be like some sort of famous person or person with a level of importance. But Kiwi Farms will, yeah, you don't know much about me. I don't have a living address. I live in a fucking solar powered RV. And my family, go fuck with them. We live in a stand your ground state. You can call in as many SWATs as you want. After the third or fourth, they're not coming anymore. The Kiwi suck my dick. You guys are like pedo retard hunters on Kiwi Farms. Just eat a dick. That's what you gotta do. You're not getting me. That's for damn sure. Lol, die forth. Oh, my vision's bad.
Can we go to like you and
Kiwi fries.
Brian?
You think I'm scared of fat fucking neck beards, dude?
Can we talk about Brian and like you and Brian's drama?
Oh, the Reddit mod, who I tried to form some sort of a nice situation with. Instead, this little fuck started to, hey, want to get drunk and just yep me. Instead of being cordial with me, Brian started using pictures of my dead father on Discord, and saying LOL, and they're posting my obituary. They started the Kosovo shit because I'm a Serb, and they don't like Serbs. You guys can laugh. I mean, your parents are going through, dude. So I'll see you there. But yeah, mine just went a little sooner, and it was weird. It's just a weird thing to do. Kill the bull. That wants to kill me. What is going on? It's how do we keep that?
If you truly care about his well-being, you need to have him involuntarily hospitalized. Okay, we've tried. Actually, we've tried that, Brendan.
That.
We've tried that actually. So that night that Ivan went to go meet Daniel at Anytime Fitness in December or January, when Daniel was in this new Discord server with the I Wish I Had a Dad server.
No proof.
We tried to call the mental health crisis line, and we did call that line, and they gave us like a 3-hour wait time, and we gave him his location. So we did try to get him hospitalized.
You look Middle Eastern?
You look Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
So we did all these things, like when we were trying to help Daniel, we tried to...
Who are you going to legally wrangle?
Daniel is so when we called the mental health crisis line, they're like, we can only be there at 2.
It has to be an active mental break.
Yeah, it had to be an active mental break where Daniel was like threatening like self-harm.
If he was swinging on the bodega dude when they showed up, they would scoop him.
Yeah.
He was squatting in a fucking Planet Fitness. Or a 24-hour fitness. I don't know what it was. Who are you people in?
Yes, I agree, Ben. The only reason why I still watch Daniel Larson is to get him proper help. I know it's hard now, but I still have hope for this guy. Exactly, Ben. And I know people are going to sit there and think that like this live is self-serving, and it maybe is to like validate what we've done, but we are trying to get him help, and like things have really escalated, and it feels like there's like no hope in sight because we've literally exhausted all of the resources that we know.
Yeah.
But he's literally like a walking skeleton, and we don't know like when people are going to stop or like what we can do to help stop this.
Literally got just a shattered, is it then? Should. Don't.
This is so annoying.
Salty. Who was that?
He was just saying Hank
Bobby
Hill.
Hill. He wasn't even a legitimate shit talker.
Yeah,
he was just a spammer.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You're even worse. Hi, Smokey. Who the fuck is that?
It is self-serving. Okay, I'm sure, yeah. You can do so much to get someone help if they don't want the help unless you have, many lawyers, exactly, Taxman, but he's never going to want help because he's mentally ill. So we should never give up on somebody. We can't expect Daniel to know, like, have his best interest in mind.
The majority
What's the purpose
of people...
this? Who are these people? Smokey,
been around for a while.
One person is like a second-year engineering student. The Reddit is already going crazy from this, I'm sure. Well, you know what, fuckers? We're here to stay, and we're watching everybody, so nobody's going to get away. Flexburger knows this. Goated Minds knows this. All of you fuckers that are sitting there hiding thinking that you're okay, you're not. So Josh, Eric, we're all watching, and we all know.
Last piss. Loaded.
So Goated Minds, this is your last warning.
Oh my god, dude.
Fuck off.
That time didn't spell. No, there's no last plea. I don't have to plea anything for you guys. I get a couple annoying texts a month. I lay pretty low. She's still fucking around in Discord pretty heavy.
We do answer real questions. You're not really asking any real questions. So 2 unremarkable white people going live on Larson's channel. Got it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I just have I think it's a crime to feed misinformation in general.
Yeah.
That's just that's all I dislike.
It's cows chasing cows for attention. You guys are clowns. Okay.
Man, I'm choking on that fucking burger. This is why we went live on Dan's account.
It should be a crime to sympathize with a PDF.
You're sympathizing with a mental ability.
Yeah, like enough of this like pedo thing. I think it just like justifies your shitty, cruel actions. Honestly, when it's easier to like justify what you're doing by calling him a pedophile, and we're just trying to like tell you that like the screenshots and everything that you've seen.
And like, what do you gain from that?
But the screenshots and everything that you've seen, there's like so many layers to that. Like there's so much baiting, and like you don't understand that Daniel doesn't think like we do. He doesn't have the critical thinking capability. He doesn't understand right from wrong. If you even watch like Love on the Spectrum, like that shitty, like that Netflix show, it's not shitty actually. It's really well produced. Like if you watch Love on the Spectrum, there's the one episode where the parents have to remind the guy with autism, like, well, she's not your girlfriend yet. Like you have to ask her, and it's with somebody like Daniel. There's like. He needs constant guidance and constant reminders of what is right and what is wrong. He doesn't have the same reactions to things. He doesn't think the same way that we do. So just to have like a bit of empathy and like understanding for a situation and like understand like instead of thinking that it's like Ivan or I that are acting in that way. Let's say you would have to get him.
Yes, I thought about it. He needs a legal guardian. He has to sign over his guardianship to someone.
Where is Daniel's biological family? Do they care about? So Daniel was removed from his family because. So Daniel was raised in a super abusive household, and he was taken away from his family and placed into the Tennyson Center, and then the Tennyson Center from the Tennyson Center, he was then placed with his grandma. She moved states to take custody of Daniel, and then she passed away from cancer. And also another thing I want to touch base on with that is trolls in the past have said to Daniel, like, hey, Daniel, your grandmother died because of you. You killed your grandmother. Which is like
super, the Special Olympics too.
Super cruel. And super horrible. Because the only person that actually loved Daniel and looked out for Daniel was his grandma. So yeah, his grandma took custody of him, and she passed away, and then he was back into group homes. The fact that Dan doesn't understand boundaries, consent, morality, etc., is a perfect example of why he needs to be institutionalized. Well, of course, like he needs constant supervision and guidance.
He's not going to be institutionalized if you guys haven't fight in bodega.
And the whole reason why we're like making this live is because we've been trying to get him into the proper services and supports available to him, but people get him trolled out of those. But the last home he was in was not equipped to deal with him, and they were not trained staff. It was a terrible. It was more a halfway house.
The middle one.
The last place that he was in that was like for homeless, that was more a halfway home. With Mrs. P, that was more a halfway home. That was not for people with mental disabilities. Daniel is fundamentally broken, and part of the reason is the broken system. I agree, the broken system. But that doesn't mean that we should give up. Everyone knows his sob story. He still doesn't excuse his shitty actions. Okay, well, if you actually understood his sob story, then you would understand that his actions are because of his shitty situation.
Delicious dead pics? What the fuck was that?
Stop blabbing. We aren't with you on this. Then leave. Then leave.
That's why we came to talk to you guys. Yeah. If you actually want to know, like...
Miss P was a liar. The yapping just won't stop. Then tune out, fucker. Guys, hear out this pedo's sob story. Okay, you know what, fucker? I don't really give a shit. He's not a pedophile. He's disabled. He doesn't understand right from wrong.
Listen.
He doesn't have the same mental track that we do. We understand right from wrong as like. Actually, I'm starting to think that maybe you're not like of.
Here's a general rule of thumb: don't let anybody with a mental disability have access to unmonitored.
He needs. Daniel is at the point where he needs like supervised care and like supervised phones. Ivan and I have. When Daniel was staying with Ivan and I were on a call, and we decided. Ivan and I both decided to look through Daniel's phone. Ivan sent me the screenshots that he found, and they were super concerning.
But
With
they
that
weren't
being
child
said,
pornography.
but they were not child pornography. With that being said, this is not the place for some fucking Reddit subscribers or like members to sit there and dictate what.
Everybody's already doxxed, dude.
Yeah, like what.
You've had your shit.
It's not for you guys to like dictate what he deserves and what he doesn't. Like society has systems in place, and these systems are in place for a reason, and there's supports in place for a reason. Daniel needs real intervention.
My
He
doc's out there.
needs support, and like the more that the trolling is happening, the farther away he gets from the supports that he needs and that he deserves.
Well, okay, but the only other option, unless he's not in a house that you guys keep kicking the fuck out of, is signing over his guardianship. That's the only other option. People being held mentally against their will was ditched a while ago. That's why there's a fuckload of schizophrenics running around the West Coast, and it's because of that. But the general rule of thumb is unmonitored access to children for people with any sort of mental illness or disability is a no-no. You just don't do it. On top of that, everybody who has a family member with mental illness or mental disability knows that you need to keep an eye on it, and if you see those thoughts or see those actions, you have to constantly say no, because they don't run on the same treadmill. Okay. These are things that Daniel never had access to. He never had he got molested by a dirtbag mom, and flung in the foster care. Where the fuck it was? Schooling academy. I don't even know what.
Well, he was abused. Like he was abused by his mother and father,
He's
and like
absolutely
it's
molested.
making me sick that people are like
The only shit
reaching
that
out.
you guys talk about on his Quora is like the Darcy Lynn. I don't even like. It's just like some odd questions. You don't ask about the. Did your mother wake you up with the hand? Like, what,
I'm mentally disabled, and I can understand that being a PDF is wrong. This is stupid. Okay, I'm sure
and
that
you're
you're
not mentally disabled enough.
yeah.
That's
There's
what I'm
different like he's on the spectrum. Maybe
Yeah.
you're at a different level.
No, Dan's got something that we haven't found yet.
And Daniel also was never like he was set up for failure the day he was born. To be honest, he never had parents that looked out for him or taught him what was right or what was wrong. And also, with that being said, I am friends and I have worked with a lot of people with mental disabilities, and they need constant reminders. So yeah, you're probably not disabled.
Also, you don't have to be disabled to become a pedophile through
I
someone
have
else.
never seen someone log into a pedophile's account
He's not
and
a
live
pedophile.
stream and try and prove a point and support them.
He's
Yeah,
not a
we're
convicted pedophile.
we are 100% Daniel supporters, and if you don't want to be here, then you can leave.
So what I would ask you guys to do is if you just honestly think that he is a harm to children that aren't what's the voice stars
They're not
or-
doctors. We're not claiming to be doctors. We're just claiming to we're just trying to ask you guys to understand. And the people that are commenting shitty things obviously don't really understand.
You guys could not get Dan to attempt to meet a minor anywhere in public, and I'd put money on it too. You would not be able to get him to meet a minor for sex in public, and Chris Hansen him. Money on it.
Yeah,
Start this. We'll start the fucking piggy bank.
it's
We'll
true.
do your
You
shit.
fuckers.
I will put I'll mad money on that shit.
But
won't
why
get
are you
that.
here? Daniel doesn't want you. The rest
I
of the
still-
trolls don't want you. Daniel doesn't
I don't
want
give a fuck
anything
if you
that's
guys
good for him. Like Daniel doesn't want a group home. Daniel doesn't want shelter. Daniel doesn't want like.
The fact of the matter is, you guys are putting the public in harm.
Mm-hmm.
You are spreading a fuckload of you know how dangerous it is to be known as a pedophile?
Literally.
Especially Dan's skinny fucking 80-pound frail ass People sending him clips of him saying an N-word. Like he was in a motel in Slauson or some, like some badass part of LA. He would have got his neck ringed. Okay. You guys are a legitimate danger to society. You guys, not Dan. You are playing with Dan. Dan's not the danger. Dan is a fucking lunatic. And you're stirring shit up. That's what you're doing. You're going town to town, wherever Dan lands, you fuck everything up. You're calling the gas stations, you're calling this, and you guys think you're fucking robbing it, but you're not. You're not. And you fuck and you fuck with me, someone who didn't take a dime, someone who actually did good. Her and I together, we only looked for the people who did the really nasty shit.
Yeah.
I didn't care about anything else, like the weirdos we looked for. And I don't give a fuck what age you are. I'll dox you out of the fucking crib. All right, if you did anything
You're
fucked up,
repeatedly like if you have like a
you know what you're
14-year-old,
doing.
you have a 14-year-old baiting like a mentally disabled
Yeah, dude,
person
you're
into
weird.
like nudes.
You're
Like I
weird.
think that their parents deserve to know.
Yeah, we probably found a couple future Dahmers. Hopefully, we straight them off the path.
Hopefully.
Because a lot of you guys are mad weird, and you don't see the back end of shit.
They make it a game for people. Yeah, there'll be a game for some of these people.
Yeah, you guys don't
And
see the
these
back
people
end of
that
shit.
are like. So have you seen the recent video of him recording a live music performance? I think it was in like downtown Denver. It looked like he was focusing on recording the kids dancing, not
He can
the
record anything.
musician.
Unless there's kids in
He
there.
doesn't really he doesn't really understand that he's not, like, that he's an adult and that they're children. Not excusing it, but it just goes back to the fact that, like, Daniel needs intervention right now, and he needs support, and he needs to be in a care home. We're not disagreeing. Like, he should not be on his own. There's no independent living for Daniel. He needs assisted living, and he needs therapy, and he needs support. And we need to try as a group to get him into those
These guys
those
are never
homes.
do that. You guys just need
But
to stop
like
fucking.
some people that are watching this, like if you can write an email or something to help explain Daniel's story, that would be much appreciated.
It's the public circus show.
We just need people to like be on our team and try and get him into housing and try to get him into the supports that he deserves. No, okay.
Yeah,
He
listen.
posts a lot of self-harm threats in his community tab. So
Yeah,
do
I'm
a
gonna
lot
bomb
of
the
like
White House.
yeah, so do a lot of disabled people when they don't have like the ability to like self-regulate like we do. You're not excusing it, but you think it's worth the risk with him being what? What does that say? You're not excusing it, but you think it's worth the risk with him being monitored. So he's dangerous, but not dangerous enough to look away and force drug for the safety of society. He's not. He'll never like attack. Like he's not like a pedophile in the sense that he's gonna like stalk and like go and grab a child. Like he's not.
He has an infatuation with famous singers.
Yeah.
Which is the last piece of his grandmother he's hanging on to.
Yeah.
The reason he wants to be a singer is
We're
because
not-
his mother was just.
We're
as
not
delusional.
trying to like excuse it. You're
I'm
oversimplifying
reading
it.
the facts.
You guys are oversimplifying a very complex situation, and it's easier for you guys to understand, and like easier for you guys to justify your shitty actions and like the group that you're a part of by claiming he's a pedophile.
You guys don't know him. He
But
called me.
you're not taking the time to like dive in deeper to like into the bigger picture.
You see when he was in jail. What that say?
Sue Ellen is such a coward, bro. Show your face, broad. I'd never show my face. It's really not that complex.
I tried to hide my face too.
Oversimplifying what? Oversimplifying what?
If we're oversimplifying mental disability, you gotta
Oversimplifying is crazy. It is crazy.
Oh.
Afraid of getting the same treat you give to others? Yeah, I am. I'm not really afraid.
You guys are
I'm not
teenagers.
afraid to give the same treatment to others because we've never really fucked with people, and we have a lot of people's information, and we've never like publicly released it. And like
Bro, you know-
Ivan has been like absolutely crucified for something that all he's done is try to help
You
somebody,
guys
and
didn't
that's the
crucify
reason.
me.
But it's like it deters people from helping Daniel
Yeah.
because of this community.
That's what I want to
so
segue. That's what I want to
toxic.
segue into.
It's so toxic. Like I would totally show my face if I believed that you guys actually had good intentions for Daniel, but you don't.
The fact that Daniel Larson is so big and has still been unhelped by some sort of celebrity or just somebody to send him off somewhere, right?
Uh-huh.
The fact that he's so large and publicly fucked with is a stamp on retarded people on the internet saying, hey, if you want to fuck with them, you're not going to get caught. Okay? That's it. That was the only message I ever fought. That was it. That was it. Just a broad stroke. Okay? Dan was the only one that I thought was easy to help. Okay? It was a snap of a finger. I knew if I got him on Twitch next day, he could get a hotel. It would have been easy peasy. You just put a fucking camera in the kid's face. And he held it for himself. I was running around with the fucking cam following him. I didn't post any YouTube videos with him. I didn't do any of the bullshit. I just told him, go live on this account that I made you. You don't have any bank accounts. You don't have any public government information. You can use my shit until you get your shit. And I got him his shit. Okay? That's the only reason I did that shit for Dan, was because I knew it would be easy. And he was the largest thing out there, and he is the most important for the disabled community on TikTok. Because as long as Dan and World of T-Shirts get treated, and World of T-Shirts is almost equally, he's about equal. I'll just call him equal for now. But Dan's a loose cannon, so he's gonna fuck some shit up. Then he's gonna, that's gonna make the news. The bomb threats, the send to go see celebrities, and you're causing some dangerous situations. But the thing about Dan
Someone
being
is definitely clipping this. It's already done. Might as well take the sunglasses back off. That's fine. Hi everyone. Code India.
Listen, if you
Code
guys
George Floyd.
if you guys don't think that Dan is an important, whatever his problems are, whether it's being a pedophile or a fucking narcissist or whatever it is that you guys think is a problem, the main thing is the ability to harass and control disabled people through the internet. That's the only thing that I really looked into. And there's a bunch of other people that I tried to help as much as I could. And back end.
Crazy.
What? What?
How I don't see like my face being there.
Is your face here the whole time?
Apparently.
No, you guys can't fucking. What are you gonna reverse search that?
Interacting with these kinds of people is like going to the zoo.
Well, no, it's not just these kind of people.
I think it's just like Daniel is like an extremely rare case. It's out of control, really. I think.
But in a base level, he's mentally disabled, and it's free reign trolling on TikTok across all platforms, really, for mentally disabled people. All of them get fucked with, and eventually, if their fans are nasty enough, they'll dig their claws into their life entirely, and there's nothing being done about it. So the police don't handle this type
We're
of stuff.
just trying to like be like some voice, whether it like resonate. I don't think it's gonna resonate with like 80% of you, but I hope it resonates like 20% of you.
Zach, you weren't. Yo, I gotta get glasses for real.
Zach, you weren't here since beginning. Have you contacted law enforcement and asked them for resources to help Daniel? Yeah, we did.
Law enforcement does not involve themselves with online harassment.
Brandon Lee, but we did reach out to advocacy programs in the Denver area, and that's how we got him into his last housing. And then we were in contact with the Divergence program. Daniel is not a rare case. There's millions out there. Okay, well, you're here right now, Skula.
But Dan is the most televised.
And we're just talking about Daniel, so... I know there's like millions out there, but in our world, we're talking about Daniel, and Daniel is very much similar to Christian at this point.
Dan's story being told has two purposes. It is the neglect of the mentally ill and mentally disabled homeless in the United States, and the neglect of disabled people online, where there's a gray area in both. Nobody knows what to do with any of that. They need to dance. Okay. The police don't fuck with online stuff. We tried compiling stuff for a long time. Nothing you can do with it other than attach some images in a .gov site for the fucking FBI.
Yeah.
You never look at it because they're looking for Osamas. Or you have to get someone's full docs. You have to know the exact crime they did, have all of the proof of the harassment. And Dan would have to go to that township himself and file a report. Nothing we could do about it. If your goal is to be in safe and serious, take your what? Take your.
Can you let people?
Take your.
Where is it?
This isn't the way.
This
I don't want to be taken seriously. Go look at my Twitter, guys. I have no intent of being any sort of a.
Can you let people on stream to talk about this with you? How do we do that?
Yeah, you guys could join if you want.
Yeah, if anybody wants to join, they can join. We don't care. Who wants to join?
He's
How
probably
do you
never
do
gonna
it?
talk to me again. He's not gonna get this
Yeah.
account back. Like I
How
have
do you
reached
invite-
out to him.
How do you invite people? I've been doing
I don't know. I've just sent him the goddamn info, just straight to his number. I said, "Hey, dude, take your account." The only thing that
You're defending monsters. Okay, I don't give a fuck.
no,
How? I'll join right now. I don't know. If you can figure out how to like request to join, we'll let you join.
you're
Defending monsters is fine. Yeah, if anybody wants to like come in and share their like point of view, then we are more than welcome.
Daniel does not talk to me.
They're more than welcome to join, and we will listen to you.
Who is Smokey, bro? Why do you guys keep saying that?
Okay, well, like, can they? I don't know how. Can somebody tell me how to do it? If your goal is for mental health,
I will get.
take you serious and institutionalize
It's not my
Daniel
mental health.
because of a YouTube stream. We're not like saying that it's as simple
This
as a
isn't-
YouTube live stream. We're not saying that. We're literally just trying to like appeal to like somebody maybe like you, JJ, that
I
can
don't
help
know who
us
that
write
is.
programs
It's
or like write an email to like help them get into the certain programs.
It is.
I don't know how you guys can come in. If you guys tell me on the messages how to come in, then I'll let you in.
I can smoke crack. If I do good for other people, I'm still doing good for other people.
In Colorado, there is what? An M1 hotel that can.
Colorado has a lot of mental health resources. That's why I was always trying to get them back there.
What is he saying?
Yeah.
Data on one that can be
Gosh,
initiated by
maybe.
law enforcement and if put in protection. He's been in that before, Brennan.
What protection?
A 72-hour hold.
Yeah, that's all they got now.
Yeah, he has been in those before. StreamYard. Okay.
What was that?
What's StreamYard? Do I have to download StreamYard?
You're defending a dude who.
Hold on, the stream's gonna.
This couch is comfy as fuck for a leather couch, man. These are usually shit. You don't have to be a goody two shoes to be an advocate for anything.
Yeah.
I could be a piece of shit crack dealer and still would not like kids to be sexually trafficked. Bad people can have good causes. I'm not a bad person either. I'm not fucking perfect. And for you to think I need to be perfect to advocate for shit is ridiculous. If I think that you can't advocate for mental health because you eat macaroni and cheese in the morning for breakfast and that's a terrible health choice, then you're gonna tell me to go fuck myself. You're trying to cross paths with two things that don't matter.
People want this to be on StreamYard.
I don't think that y'all are smart enough to be making these arguments. I swindled the fuck out of a shitload of people on Reddit for a long time. I combated all of their deep-rooted, weird-ass ways that they would always get under dad's skin. I tried to get them in touch with reality. I never fucking was a Grace or any of that weird-ass shit. The dick pics stopped during the Twitch era.
Where's your phone?
Here. For you remember? I only ever based the kid in reality. And made him real money. Nobody's gonna dox you, dude. I don't even know what you think you did wrong. I only looked for the kids that were getting put shit in his ass and like play with his dick. That was it. And those were the only people we ever looked for. Anybody else? Like if you played a small role, like you're good. You're not even on the radar. But if you guys think that it's not weird that we have so many special kids on the internet who can be openly fucked with in public, as well as trolled through the internet. And I know you guys are seeing the rise in popularity of catfishing. And you know, I use the word retarded dudes to be, because whenever I say special ed to unique Neanderthals, you don't really think that way. You just think it's retarded. Yeah, retarded people who are living with a stunted life, like from the start. Everything that they experience is entirely different than anything you can imagine. Comprehensively, just everything about them is nowhere for you to be talking about it, other than a place of good. Right?
We're gonna get to StreamYard. Hold on, we're gonna get StreamYard, and then we can invite that person up.
You can't, and I feel bad either, but listen, the dude that came in here and said, okay, I'm mentally disabled and I'm not a pedophile. There's levels to it, okay? You can be not mentally disabled and be a pedophile, but by the cause of someone else as well. I'm telling you guys, go research what getting molested as a kid does to people.
Mm-hmm.
The molested always become the molesters. It's a fucking deadly, vicious cycle.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, mental disability. Dan, when I met him, was a child at mind. I felt like he was like 13, 14, 15, speaking to him. This is what you have on your hands, right? And when you go to when his TikTok is just showing him nothing but little kids, is because fucking TikTok thinks he's a little kid. TikTok writes your algorithm around you, and when you're liking a bunch of little kids, that's what comes up. But he didn't even do that. When I ran his TikToks, there were no fucking kids in his shit. So little weirdos that you think are vigilantes are going in these TikToks and searching for babies all night because it's funny to troll Dan Larson. Like, these are the people that you put on a pedestal, right? Weirdos. These are the, where are they keeping Daniel? Who are they doing? We're not keeping Daniel anywhere.
Should we get StreamYard to have people come
I don't know
up?
what that is.
It's like where people can come up to the live. We'll do it. Hold on.
I don't know how powerful they could be, but they could at least, I think, connect like police stations across the U.S. and feather them information back and forth. Because right now, like I said before, what I would have to do after I found these doxes is give them to Dan. I have him go to the doxes and screenshots. I'd have to have Dan go himself to go file a claim, make a report on someone. Like, I can't just say, hey, this guy's doing something fucked up online, here's the proof. Unless they're saying they're gonna bomb places. Do anything with clout? You think so. You think so. I've been letting you know. The stream thing wasn't even my idea. But I did agree with it because Dan has nobody on his side. And I mean, I'm not gonna be there to fucking pat him on the back all the way up. I've been gone for a long time. I just think it's still crazy that people think it's okay to fuck with mentally challenged people on the internet. Like, all of the new like attempted catfishes and like shit that have come out is like, it's weird. You know that they don't have that. They can't register that. They don't have a concept of maybe consent, right and wrong. At least to the extent that we do, from our perceived notions, right? We can know things for fact because we don't know their actual reality. And I'm sorry to the disabled person earlier that I said you're not disabled enough. That was kind of fucked up. But beyond a certain level of mentally disabled, you have a hard time fitting into what everybody else who is perceived as normal thinks is a reality. Okay. You guys can't understand it. I mean, if you can't understand it, the other people can understand it for sure. Dan is, and the reason he's survived entirely is because he's so fucking just aloof and unaware of what is really going on around him. Because he has you guys up his ass the entire time. He thinks he's a legitimate celebrity. He's at whoever everybody under the sun is fucking texting him saying, "Hey, this is Barack Obama. We need you for fucking stakeout, cookout. This is Deion Sanders. We need you the Colorado football field." This is daily for Dan. When he was in California and I saw his phone, it was ridiculous. How many people try to message him all the time? His delusions are completely created by you guys, woven by all of you together, and especially as a force on the Reddit. That's where all the biggest trolls got their spotlight, and it was their favorite place for their shit to get posted, and they loved when you guys thumbs all their shit up. You played a role.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bitch and pander that there's a pedophile loose, and you've continued to cut loose that pedophile.
That's true.
Quote unquote pedophile. You guys are hypocrites. That's all it is. Doesn't have any. My TikTok doesn't have any kids showing up on it. That's a fucking lie. Goddamn lie. I get kids drinking milkshakes all the time. Their parents put them on fucking camera, have them eat Happy Meals. You're a fucking liar. I'm cat in a hat. Can't speak in full sentences to justify yourself. Can't speak in full. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I never justified anything I did. I stepped into somebody else's life. Probably someone who can't even consensually allow me to fucking step in. Well, you know what? Everything that I made for him was in my name. And I gave him a line of credit out of my, well, not a line of credit, but when I made the PayPal, there was a Daniel Larson and Ivana Delvich PayPal cards. There's two.
Yeah.
Both of us were connected to the account. When I made the Twitch, his
we all donated to it. Like, I don't know why everybody's sitting there like saying that
he lost all of his identification because DDRC like basically let shit rot in the house and threw it out.
Yeah.
He lost all his social identification, all of his social security paperwork. He couldn't set any of that stuff up. And what did I do? I set it up and I made him the money to get just a shower and bed. That's it. Or whatever you call it.
Oh, we're live now.
This is a garbage looking at.
Well, it's just like
This looks like fucking Zoom.
I know.
Is this an extension of YouTube or what is this?
Yes, it is. But hold on, it's like you have to like. I don't know where you see the comments.
Just 0 viewers. We'll be in here waiting ready if it was connected to YouTube at all.
Huh. No, you have one. Can the one viewer comment so we can see if this works? The StreamYards.
You know, you probably have to download this app to specifically talk on.
No, I think it's fine.
It's like Zoom.
Let me look up what it looks like on. Oh no, here it goes.
Well, I guess you guys can join now. This is disgusting to look at.
Okay. Well,
Comments out.
I don't know. How do you see the comments? Does anybody know how to work StreamYards? Oh yeah. Oh, how do you see the comments? Does anybody know how to work? Oh, I can see them.
Drop the dirt. Well, there's no dirt. You guys all see. The only thing you guys don't see is the complexity of the trolling in the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you guys. No, I would think you guys would serve.
Do you want that?
Is this the last beer out of the one?
Yeah.
Are you good on these?
Yeah, I'm going to bench.
Yeah, me too. These, if you guys want to join. I'll
yeah, we would love to hear from people.
I just want to let Dan know this account still exists. Let you fuckers know that you're still dick suckers. And Dan, dirt or get the fuck out. Talk about how Dan's trolling has like become much more dangerous. He was trying to buy a gun when he was with me. God forbid he picks
Mm-hmm.
some strap or fucking shank off a fucking homeless dude, and one of you dumbasses tries to run up on him because he's a lunatic. He's mentally ill. He will do something.
Apologize for saying all people who are molested become molesters. Well, we didn't say that. We just said that there's definitely.
I did say that.
Oh, did you?
Well, if I said all, that's not what I meant, but there was a majority. I tried to chat. I don't even know if it's a majority. It's a large number than it should be. Let's look. We got a son. My bad.
It's okay.
Who the fuck is Smokey? Smokey the Bear? I haven't had. I believe in Smokey. Tell us about milkshakes. Blatantly untrue when you're too drunk to make a solid point. Yeah, no, everybody knows this. That children who are molested children who are molested have a much higher chance of becoming a child molester than other children.
Hold on, I've got to end the other stream. I didn't end it.
They're both going at the same time?
Yeah.
No, let's leave it. Let those fuckers come to them.
You see? Code, why do you have kids on your TikTok?
Who?
Somebody said Big Mer. Why do you have kids on your TikTok? I believe in Smokey and Kiwi. Drop the link. What's going on here? These people are worse with technology than me. Yeah, true. I am really bad. I'm sorry. It's me.
Oh, it goes live on YouTube. There we go. Spoil it again, dude. I keep forgetting these fuckers have caps. Come on, shit. Did you take that time out of here? Why do you have kids on your TikTok? Are you talking about me? No idea what you guys are talking about.
Sue Ellen, respond. Clark, what do you want? Real men drink margaritas. True. Code Smokey. Where is Daniel? Did you guys kidnap kids drinking milkshakes showing up on your TikTok? I think it's the algorithm. Sue Ellen Mishki, show that amazing Giatti. Giat? I'm never going to show you my face. I'm sorry. Drop the StreamYard link in chat. What is that? Really? Okay, I can do that, I guess. I don't know how to do that. Can you explain to me how to drop the StreamYard link in chat, Thunder Rain? I don't really know how to. If somebody explain to me how this works. You guys need to put the link for the StreamYard in chat so that people can join. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess. I'll post the. There you go. You're a coward. Copy and paste the StreamYard link in chat. I didn't know how StreamYard worked. Calm down, trash boat. Respond to Slim Jim. Okay. Clark, if you want to do StreamYards, are you in here? Okay, Ivan. So, like, one of the more recent managers wants to talk to us.
Is it Clark? Probably Clark.
Clark wants to talk to us. Yeah, I think they're on here. I just don't know how it how you set it up. Fuck, I am so bad with this.
Private chats. What are those? This right here. Milkshake let first. Smokey let me up. I'll leave right here. Okay. Kanye 556. That can't be Kanye 556. If it is, you gotta get him in. Oh, on top of all that, did you see there was the little side lore with the producers, all the music producers putting, well, like some of them were legitimate. What's his name? What was the kid, the curly haired kid that we put out the hit on Damn, the Crosshair music video? I forget his name. He was all right. I think he was just not aware of what was going on in the back end. But like the people who were making the fake labels and reposting band shit and pasting fake garbage, and then rounding up as said people as they could and putting them in the same rap song. It's kind of weird.
Yo, can y'all hear me? I'm talking to the pedo protectors.
Yeah.
Dog, what's happening?
Bro, what is happening here? Why are y'all defending that fucking pedophile, man? What's happening?
Ivan, I think it's wild the fact that you are defending a dude that shoved a toothbrush up his ass.
He was talking
like little
exactly.
girl.
You guys are delusional.
It's really simple to think about, like, hey, this guy shoved a toothbrush up his ass. That's like
There ain't nothing to think about.
Yeah,
there's nothing to think about. He likes
so
little
many
girls.
And
Yeah,
dude
you
ain't got
guys
no
were
sense.
Just text them for months and say
Yo.
that he's the largest love interest. They said this is the way you could show me love. He's mentally disabled, bro. You have to.
Yeah, you
It
said something.
doesn't matter.
Hey,
You said something earlier,
Shut the
bro.
fuck up.
They got
Yeah,
I
you
put it
said
this
something
way.
earlier, bro.
I got a
about him
family
running-
member
Get
that's
off of
mentally
here.
disabled,
Man.
and he ain't running around chasing 6 and 7-year-olds, man.
Because he's locked
There's
up.
no reason to defend this cat.
He has a family. He has a community. Dan has nobody.
Because he's a pedophile.
No, it's not because he's a pedophile.
It is.
He's got a
It totally
community
is.
because it's fun to watch him run around and do dumb shit. That's about all it boils down to. But
Who the fuck
dude,
is this
like
guy?
he's a predator, man. Hey,
he's not a predator, though. Like, I mean, it's simple to think that way because it makes you feel better about the things that you're doing.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not doing anything. I'm actually helping Daniel.
What are you doing then?
What do you think I'm doing? Has he freaked out anytime soon? He's staying in a hotel right now, chilling, actually sleeping.
Are you pretending to be like a Vanderwall?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm a Vanderwall. No,
So what are you doing?
I'm his lawyer.
Yo, can I ask
His
you a question?
lawyer, but that's what
Can
I'm
I-
saying.
I'm
his
But
real
not
lawyer.
a
I'm an
lawyer.
actual lawyer.
You're still literally like diving into like you're feeding
Okay,
into
well, at least
solutions.
he's not
You're
doing what he was doing with y'all.
The only reason why he's not talking to us anymore is because we were actually real with him. We never pretended to be anything that we were. Like that we were not. Like
Bro, you know when he cut me off is because I told him, dude, these aren't grapes. You need to delete all these ones.
Yeah.
Depth.
literally.
Can I
So
ask you a question?
why stick your neck out for like a guy though that for like the past
I didn't stick my
like
neck out.
5 years has been talking about wanting to be with underage girls?
I didn't stick my neck out. I had nothing to gain or lose. There's nothing that your opinion or anybody else in the Reddits will do to me.
I'm not on Reddit. Those people are all retarded. I'm not talking about that.
So how'd you get
what's
there?
crazy to me is the fact that
This guy right here.
Ox claims that he cares about this dude.
He does.
Yet he doxed his phone number,
Yeah.
and now he's on this dude's old YouTube account,
Dude.
drunk as shit.
Exactly.
Dude.
Feeding off his
No, he's
clout.
not
Maybe
drunk.
go
Like,
actually
that's
help
what
Dude,
him.
he's fucking cloud chasing, man. There's no doubt about it.
It's so easy. It's so easy to like sit there and blame Ivan, but like that's not the truth at all.
Can I ask
You
you a
can't
question?
say I'm blaming Ivan
We're
because of the
sitting on
fact
this-
of the
we're
matter
sitting
is
on this
he's sitting
YouTube.
on a couch
sitting-
right now
we're
on live
sitting
stream
on
on
this-
Daniel's
we're
old
sitting on this
account.
YouTube. You know what? We've done so much.
Bro said he was sober too.
We have done so much for
You're
Daniel,
real
and we've
sober.
sat here on this channel, and we've tried to get this channel.
What have you done for Daniel?
It doesn't matter. What have we done?
Yeah, Ivan tried to convince him outside of the gym that he was trying to
That's not
get him to
it.
do
No,
better,
you
which
know,
I
have
get
you
that.
not
Like,
been in
I
this stream?
understand that
Have you
Daniel
not been
can't
in this stream?
understand
Like-
the fact that.
Well, and I have a question for you. Why do you feel the need to dox people's real names and think that's any different than somebody online telling Daniel?
Okay, wait.
Exactly.
Let me
Fucking
finish.
clowns are following a dude on the internet.
You're gonna give a 15-year-old's name and just like leak it online?
Honestly,
You think
yeah.
that's okay?
Yeah, I honestly, if I wanted to, I would, but we never did.
Where's your proof?
Right now.
Hold on. Let's just circle back to what you said about like what we have done. We got Daniel out of being homeless. We had him in hotels for 2 months.
And
No,
what do you do?
I'm
Punch
gonna-
holes in the wall? He
Stop talking for
definitely
me.
Blame
punched
everyone
holes in the wall and
else.
fucked
Hold
this
on.
thing up.
Hold on. We had him in the hotels, and
What is
all the
that?
mods. Hold on, all the Discord mods. Ivan and I got him those donations. We helped him off of the streets. We then reached out to countless advocacy programs in Denver. On top of that, we reached out to DDRC. We got him into housing. He got trolled out of his housing. We then got him into the divergence program.
No, he
trolled
didn't
out
get
of the-
trolled
hold on,
out of his
stop.
housing
I'm not
because.
done. You asked me what we did.
Okay,
We
look,
then got trolled out of we got him trolled out of he got trolled out of the divergence, everything. Then Bob sent him to California. Ivan kept him, helped him
3 days
in California. So then he left, and then Ivan met him at that gym as his last plea, and that's the last time that Daniel talked to him. So yes, I think that you guys all sit there and think that like Ivan's this bad guy, but we did actually help him.
Do you realize
When you guys
Daniel
are-
is smarter than you guys? Daniel texted me, let them vent for now. Gather information.
Why are you
look
acting
like
like
an
Daniel is
idiot?
like-
Daniel is a
Daniel
master
does.
manipulator,
You
dude.
look like an
Clean
idiot
your
to
hair.
Daniel, bro.
No, he's not. He's not a master manipulator.
You look like an idiot to Daniel. That's how sad it is.
Yeah.
You're sitting there thinking that like Daniel knows what's good for him and that Daniel knows that
No, I don't. I
him.
mean, I
So
think
that's
he
the-
knows that you
that's the
guys aren't
worst
good
part
for him,
about
and
it.
that's the point.
That's the worst part about it is that you think that
No,
like Daniel's opinion
Which is
on-
wild because we're
It's
sitting
not.
in this chat, right? Like
And you have
I
this
know, like
fucking
Ivan did a
awful
couple
ass
things.
fucking
He put out
ass.
some videos to bring attention to Daniel's situation, which was cool. But when shit fell out and Ivan couldn't get clout off of it, then that's when shit changed. Now that's why Ivan is on Daniel's old YouTube account on a fucking live.
Dude,
how
you
he's
have
ended
no
up
idea
in
what
this
you're talking about.
situation.
Where's the explanation for this?
And we don't even need to like prove ourselves to this because honestly,
Yes, you
just
do, because
before-
you guys haven't shown any evidence.
You
that
just gotta say
you
something
Dude,
about
have
we don't
Slower
care.
country
We
people.
don't care to show you evidence
Let
because
me-
what we've done
Well, you guys are
doesn't
playing the
need to be
victim
shown.
card.
Well, you guys want to
let me
act so
explain
big and
why I didn't
bad.
go
The
live on
thing
my
is,
account.
if you had any evidence to show,
We
then
have
it would
it.
be
What
more
evidence
than
do we need to
one
show?
video of
It's
Ivan.
not his fault. You're calling out the trolls. You're calling everyone else out. That's
No. You got.
Do you want me to show you the emails I sent to the advocacy program in Denver? Like, do you need to see that?
Listen.
That doesn't mean anything.
Throw them out.
Well,
Let's
it
see the
does.
emails. Like
Listen,
it, like
usually
if
the
that's
most
what it's coming
condemnable
to.
bullshit that he got wrapped up in recently was the Darcy Lynn stuff on Kick, right? Or Kicker, it was WhatsApp. I was logged into the account. I was watching what the trolls were doing the entire time. I watched all of it. I was logged into the what was his alias? Somebody in here knows it. Fucking because he thought he couldn't be Daniel Larson or anything, so he made that fake ass name. I watched it. It was hey,
Grace wants to be with you, but she also wants to throuple with Darcy. You need to talk to her. And we said, wasn't Darcy her age? Then the Vanderwall parents were like, yeah, no, you need to talk to Darcy because we can sign some papers. She's close enough, as long as she has parental consent. And then they funnel them off into a single group chat. Mind you, this entire time, this is 7 people actively gaslighting and funneling Daniel Larson, who's not the brightest. I don't know if you know this. We'll text him and say, hey, it's Grace, and he literally will respond instantly. They just funnel them into these paths and they get them to say whatever the fuck they want.
We know Daniel's not.
His name is Vlad.
Like he can't. Like anybody that takes him that says that they're Grace, he's gonna believe them. But the biggest thing is for me, the fact is you posted a video, Ivan, where there was one you wanted to bring attention to the fact that Daniel was being manipulated. And then all of a sudden, like you're out there trying to explain to him that he is being manipulated. And now you're on his old YouTube account. And I'm not defending Daniel. I just have to get that out there right now.
He's getting horny from a young girl. He's getting horny from a young girl.
Is that we're on his old... Hold on, bitch ass. If our only YouTube, if your only like point is that
Daniel's horny for young girls, bitch ass.
I mean, he literally said Grace was ready for sex at 17. Why couldn't we do it?
That we're on his old YouTube account and leave. That's like a shitty
because
point.
when I started to help him, I said, listen, you allow me to watch over all this shit. If I see any new logins, if I see anybody I don't recognize, they're gone. That's why. When his new management rolled around, they booted him. If I wanted to go live on my channel, you retards wouldn't be here, okay? You guys are the ones that need the message, not the people who sided with me.
No one would be there because we wouldn't care.
You're in here, pussy. You're in here.
Yeah, because it's Larson's channel, and all you're talking about is things to do with Larson.
So who the fuck is defending a mentally handicapped
motherfuckers?
pedophile?
You want to be here? You want to be here? If you don't,
these two are.
Now I'm in the live, so yeah, I'm here.
You want to be here?
Yeah, and I'm in the live, so they're just watching me just as much as you, dumbass.
You want to talk about it? You want to make some, base some things, take some facts. I don't know what
I want to be here too, but it seems like I'm the only one that really wants to put it out there for what it is.
I don't think there's helping Daniel. We tried to cut Grace off. We said Grace was in the mental hospital for at least 2 weeks. He didn't. He didn't do shit.
Who's talking right now? Is Clark talking?
Yes.
Is Jimbo talking?
It's Clark.
Yeah. Let me speak for a minute.
Is John? Hold on. Is John Waffle talking?
No,
this is Jimbo. So let me speak for a minute.
I'm
this is
Clark.
Jimbo. But I'm not coming in here trying to defend him, but I'm not gonna be somebody that supports a mentally handicapped pedophile that preys on children and saves pictures of children. And I'm definitely not gonna defend Ivan because
Turtle, can you say
most
hi?
definitely, huh?
Goolsby.
Turtle.
Ivan most definitely is not helping Daniel either. Like logging into his old account and sitting there drunk and trying to basically just get clout and views off everything. Like there's nobody that could see this or hear this that could tell me that
they're gonna talk about it on the Reddit, and you're gonna get a little boner from seeing your name posted on the Reddit. And you're
listen. So I'm gonna explain it to you factually. There was no this account can get banned. He doesn't need it anymore. The point was I didn't post videos, pictures, any content of Dan anywhere other than TikTok. TikTok has an algorithm, so if people want to see Dan shit, they'll see Dan shit. I didn't go grow my YouTube, which is you can go look at my YouTube.
No, I get that, dude.
This type of shit, and it's not the shit that I'm interested in.
It's the fact that you have willingly put yourself into a situation.
Smoking blunts out of a fucking car. Go look at me in street fights. I'm not interested in piggybacking a retarded kid around. Okay, I saw a problem that I could fix easily. I tried to help him for a few days. I got wrapped up with a bunch of little fucking kids.
Wait, you saw a problem you could fix easily?
Yeah, you saw a problem, dude. Please. What is your problem with me? Are you B. Goolsby, bro? You sound just fucking like him. What is your fucking problem with me?
It's the fact of I wish you would remove yourself from the situation.
You're talking about me
and
drinking.
not
I was
involve
sober
yourself with someone like that.
That was a year of sober, dead sober, and it had nothing to do with just Dan. Other people reached out. There was a kid who had severe autism who was in the hands of his grandmother, who was wrapped up in the same Discord ring of trolls that were running around fucking with Dan. And they would tell him, hey, let's shut up. And they would say that they're a nurse and they want to date him. And then they'd break up with him and he'd run around the house with a knife. And his fucking 6-year-old grandmother would have to try to figure out what I'm not gonna fucking tell you. Why would I let you go?
It's not even true.
You're making bullshit up, dude. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
you just off the fucking cuff. So I emailed this lady how to actively set parental controls on a fucking iPad because she was 60 and she only fucked with MSN. The same kid's fucking with Daniel Larson. We're fucking with Kanye 556, and Kanye says, "Yeah, I'm not getting fucked with," but yes, he is. They're fucking with the other kid that's balding and always back. They're fucking with world peace as well. All the same people. They pass these guys around like fucking toys.
All right, dude. We'll put it this way. So, what is the worth that you find in a sense of associating yourself with Dan?
Nothing.
Like, what do you get out of that? Like, are you like, do you believe that you have that good of a heart or something?
You and your opinion does not matter. You do not fuck with my content. You do not fuck with me, and I will not see you around. So it does not matter what the fuck you think or any of these kids in here.
Yeah, I get that.
I never tried to get your views. These kids in here.
Yeah, I get that.
I never tried to get your views because you're weird as hell. I don't need your views. You don't.
Dude, I get no views because I post nothing. Like, there's nothing for me to get out of this.
What? No, I'm spitting the truth. That's what the truth is. You think I wanted Daniel Larson's fucking ringleaders of Reddit trolls, fat neckbeards, running around watching my shit and giving me props on the street? No, I don't give a fuck. You guys.
This shit just got banned on YouTube.
Of course.
So
Ben. Yeah, you guys are fucking idiots, honestly. And I don't need to be live to talk to you either. You're cocksuckers. That's the simple truth. And that was B. Goolsby, who the fuck. I'm sparking you, bro. I'm gonna dox you, Goolsby. Actually, I hope you're not TwitchCon.
Yeah, I lost connection for a second. You still there?
You Wax, you piece of.
I'm doxing you, Goolsby.
Dude, all I want to know is why.
I said I'm gonna dox you, Goolsby.
As far as I'm concerned, I ain't doxing, no, nothing like that. But it's why do you associate yourself with someone of that nature, man?
Bro, what does associating myself with anybody bring to me? Any type of problem? What is associate myself? Associate myself. What does that do?
Well, I mean, like as being like a real down human being.
The down human being would try to get rid of the largest case of online abuse for especially a mentally challenged person and try to combat the rest of it.
It would, but with the way all of Daniel's actions have been documented, and you can easily tell that it's intentional.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you're even in here, bro. It is really crazy. And I'm not sober anymore, so yes, I will spark your shit on sight.
Nah, man, like it's just like I appreciate the opportunity to get in here and talk to you about it, but it's just it's wild to me that
Goolsby, you suck. You're sucking, dude. You're how old are you, bro? You're fucking 40. You're on Twitter. You're on Reddit watching what a bunch of 16-year-olds are posting on.
I'm 40 and on Twitter.
40 and on Reddit. Watching teenagers posting.
Yeah, I poke around on the subreddit, dude, but it's like
on my fucking Twitter.
Not my life. But the fact is, like, I'm not the one that's out there advocating for a special needs pedophile, and this point proven, man.
Yeah, why aren't you
like
saying,
he's no good?
Who the fuck is B. Goolsby to me? Oh, haven't you said that yet, bro? That's crazy. I'm gonna ring up the man. Because you were someone that knows about it. Because the only people that I told were the Clinton stuff. And you're all his ass kissers, so.
What? I'm somebody that knows about it.
Yeah, you should be.
Nah, dude. Like I've never spoken to Daniel or anybody that's ever been involved with him.
You sound exactly like a motherfucker I know, bro. And
I mean, you're more than welcome to call him, but I'm telling you, like nobody that's ever been involved. It's just Ox, dude. Like, I guess my biggest thing is
it doesn't.
I think it would be in your best interest just to distance yourself and live your life.
There is no best interest because evil eyes coming from people like you does not affect me. Okay, you guys are already in the wrong. You're a minority in this case. And when this kind of thing gets posted to TikTok, when you see how many fucking people who will burn down entire cities for a mentally disabled child being done wrong, a mentally disabled person being done wrong, you'll realize that the power doesn't lie in your hands. You guys are faceless trolls. That's it. As soon as your identity is out there, as soon as you could potentially be touched, your motive will change. That's the only goal that I ever had. We never released any information. The only thing I tried to do was to stop getting getting Dan's dick's pics put on the Reddit. And that was it. Any information I found, I sent it directly to those kids. I just told them to cut it out. A lot of them were going into the military. A lot of them had a lot of big shit they wanted to do. I decided not to fuck up their entire life over this dumb shit. But
no, and that's cool, man. Like that's about being respectful.
It wasn't about that though. I don't care if you can call him a pedophile. It is the massive gray area in online harassment and the ability to fuck with people to much farther extents than you guys realize. Like people got to my mother's like work, like a tech company.
And I get that, dude. Like it's not like I'm not a troll. Like I'm not out to.
There's bigger fish to fry, bro. There's bigger.
I get
fish.
that, but it's just like for me, it's the sense of getting the point across of distancing yourself from that. That's all it is.
I don't give a fuck what's in my vicinity. I will put out what I like to put out.
Hey, you do think, dude.
No, let me tell you something, okay? Because you're mad worried about Daniel Larson, right? Who's only messaged a 13-year-old decoy on some form of messenger. And by the way, the decoy is some like sadistic fucker. Just want to see him put like pencils in his ass and shit.
Okay, so run that back. So it's in the right for him to message a decoy.
No.
He thinks he's 13 years old.
This is one half of the equation. We're doing algebra. When you see Dan's situation, mentally challenged dude who's getting catfished by kids, and then you see a situation like Tyga, who's a 30-something-year-old adult who knew Kylie, whatever the fuck her face is, or whichever bitch she's dating, since she was 14, and then scoops her at 16 or 17. I forget what that was. Which is pedophilia, I guess in your book as well, because some of the first cases of Dan's pedophilia were 3-4 years apart. It wasn't even that bad. Just as he's gotten older, they keep on trying to catch him in more and more stuff. We weren't watching gay porn, so we're going.
If you break it down to it, wrong is wrong, man. Like, yeah, so why regardless of everything else, and
RB Goolsby.
All I'm saying,
no.
Get away from that dude, man. Like that, there's nothing there for you. There's no reason to get on that YouTube account. There's no reason to go live like you've gone live tonight. Like what are you getting out of this? Like, what was the reason for starting that live?
Well, how can you
nothing.
Watch?
That's always been the point.
Watch like somebody go through all of that and like not try and stop that and get him back into like supports or.
Also, I've distanced myself, and I tried hard for years, really hard, daily. It was like a job. But now I've completely distanced myself. Completely.
Which I know, like, when you was running around with Dan, man, like, I know you was with him. I know you took, you did all you could do to take care of him, like, which was, for what it was at the time, that was understandable. I get that. But tonight, specifically, what was the reason for hopping on that account and starting that live?
Because you guys did not listen to my previous message. I dipped. It only got worse. I sent out one last message on Dan. And that was before we went to New York. And I said, the game has changed. People think you can fuck with them in public now. And people are watching the Reddit. And now it is a big web encasing him every city he goes to. And he's a fucking circus clown. And
I can understand that, but explain to me, I guess, why, if you wanted to go live and get a message out, why you wouldn't do it from your account instead of hopping on an old Dan's account.
For one, the people who fuck with Dan, who would come to my shit, are only coming to my shit. The people who I dislike, you guys who are in here, are going to come to Dan's account. Number two, this is so Dan can see that, because there's a liquid ox or somebody running out there, because some trolls texted me yesterday, and there's another reason that I got the back wrapped up. I still get text messages. I still get Instagram messages. I still get Twitter DMs. I still have people making accounts with my full address as their name. I've been gone.
Well, dude, like if those trolls and everything bother you,
they don't bother.
Why would you think that hopping on this account and going live would be a good idea?
I do as I'd like to do. That's it. That's just simply that. I wanted Dan to see that I'm still around, that I'm not a fucking lunatic. I stated many times he can have this account. I tried to send him the password directly to his fucking email. I think hopefully he watches the part with Clark, who is his fucking teenager, just managing him.
Maybe, you never know. But like, I guess like my last thing to ask you is, as far as Dan goes, is that like, are you trying to get back in touch with him, or you wanting to lose contact, or what?
I would approach it an entirely different way now. We had our hands full when we were way in over our head when we initially started. And it should have been something done in arm's length rather than as closely in companies that did. But that's almost what you have to do. He has to have a 24/7 caretaker, because there are kids that will come and fuck with his ass from every nook and cranny, like any sort of platform, messaging platform there is. How do I let these other people speak? Are they just muted or what?
I don't know. I think they all left, dude. I'm still speaking. I think it's just me and you, man. But
dude, go look at my Twitter. I'm not worried about Dan. I'm more worried about the CIA coming knocking my fucking door. So.
But it's just a thing for me, man. Like, you know, like getting on an account like that, and like, once again, I'm not speaking for Dan. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I just don't really support Dan, like, at all in any aspect. For what he does, what he has done, but like, why wouldn't you?
No crime against children, so I don't. A pedophile is a convicted pedophile. This is a mentally challenged dude that's getting swindled by teenagers.
Yeah, I get that. You know,
different.
and trust me, like, you know, I've watched like the YouTube videos and read the Reddit and all that. Haven't met him personally. Can't say I have. But it's just the fact of, if you're really out to help him, why go through his account? Like, is that like something you did to?
This is the only way to reach this community in large numbers. These guys are not.
So is it something you're trying to do to get out to the community and maybe, Dan, you know, try and change the way things are going? Or
this has been clipped and sent to the Reddit. I haven't even checked the Reddit, because I'm permabanned on Reddit because you fuckers. This is the only way to reach reach across the pond. If he has liquid oxes running around everywhere and saying that they're fucking greats and they're doing this and this and that, some kids, I guess, think that I did something to him recently, so someone's running around pretending to be me on another account. Yeah, this is the only way to get a message out at a large number.
Which, you know, like, I get that, man. You know, granted, I may not fully understand the way you're trying to do things and all that, you know.
Algorithms are algorithms. If you want to get in touch with a certain number of people in a certain niche, you need to send a message into that niche.
But have you ever thought about making a new account, maybe trying to post a video like that and explain things? Or
what do you mean? What are you talking about? The accounts that I have and the shit that I posted is authentically me. My Twitter's a 2012 Twitter. My YouTube's old. Everything's been the way it has been. And I left all my old shit. You can watch the progression. You can watch. I don't need to form a character for you motherfuckers. I'll go and film and do what I'd like to film and do.
You know what I'm saying is, like, as far as getting the message out and explaining things, have you ever thought about maybe
with disabled people on the internet? Not even just disabled people. Just there needs to be some sort of fix for the gray area for online harassment. Because I know who you are. You're in here irritating me. Because I can walk out of here right now and start fucking with your ass heavy. Get your power shut off, your water, all that shit. All I need is your fucking phone number. Okay? You don't realize how easy it is and the lengths that people can go. These kids, I'm not worried about. These are little kids. When they talk about the Kiwi Farms people, those are neckbeards on the internet that are trying to, they're the ones that are trying to really fuck people's lives up, right? Get everybody in their family fired, all that garbage. These kids, they just fucking make accounts with your address and shit. Nobody's gonna swat us. Nobody gives a fuck. I have no living address. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about it. And I'm not worried about it. I haven't been worried about my image because the people who fucking have the most to say about images are the people who have no image at all. At least my image is an image, okay? You fuckers sit behind anonymous accounts and talk and talk and talk and talk and just spitball and call like anything on that Reddit. At the very least, the only good it is documentation. The documentation of mistreatment of the homeless in the United States, mentally ill homeless in the United States, healthcare for the mentally ill and mentally disabled, and the level of harassment that is allowed on the internet that doesn't get banned of mentally disabled people. Look at all the special ed fan accounts that exist right now. I mean, the type of just super offensive shit that they post. But on top of that, the shit that they're allowed to do to those people and manipulate the things they're allowed to manipulate them into doing. And all of Dan's nudes that are on the Reddit, all of the shit that he putting shit in his ass, the only reason he did that is because he thought that the woman he was obsessed with, which is not like a high school cut. It's a schizophrenic obsession. So it is a delusion that is not able. You cannot rid him of this delusion. There's no pill you take. There's nothing you can do to get rid of this delusion.
You're talking about Grace, right?
What?
You're talking about Grace?
Yeah, Grace.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I get that, dude.
So all they do is contact him as Grace. You can get him to say whatever you want. If I had his number right now, I could text him and say, "Hey, say that you sang with Led Zeppelin and sang for Led Zeppelin and yada yada yada." And
he'd be ready to go next Friday, just like with the whole Deion Sanders thing, that happened the other week. Like, I get that, but it's
how do I get you guys the fuck in here? I don't know how to get you guys in here. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that you're in here against me, Goolsby. I would expect more out of you, honestly.
No, like, I mean, I'm like, I'm just trying to have like a decent conversation and understand everything. You know what I mean?
I might be a little drunker. I might be a little wild. I might be a little ragtag. Whatever the fuck. Aggressive approaching, or it doesn't matter. My heart's in the right place. Okay. The pedophile stuff. When I saw it, I was alarmed. I reported it to the authorities. I never forgave it, but I understood it because of mental disability. Now
I get that.
The harassment.
But as far as like, I don't know. I guess the biggest thing was, like with maybe like you associating yourself with him. Like, is that
no? Will not affect
like trying to help him and everything like that. Like, is that something that you?
Look, the internet's changed, dude. Cancel culture's gone.
Yo, give me 1 second. Hold up.
Got John Zerka saying he's a pedophile every day on Omegle. He's running around saying the N-word. He's a white dude. Nobody's taking care. Nobody's definitely taking care of me. I haven't done anything wrong.
No, which I ain't like. I ain't trying to corner you. Like,
you are pointing at me.
Do nothing like that. But like, it's like, what? I guess like, what is your biggest reason as far as helping him aside from him being mentally ill?
Sealed.
Hey, this is a stupid question, but do you mean physically wearing a ski mask?
Yes, I wore a ski mask on stream. Yes.
Okay, word.
So, and I didn't use my name or anything like that. Well, how I got found is my brother's girlfriend clicked an email and our full names popped up. Or his full name popped up. So I just said, well, fuck it, I can show my face next stream. But that wasn't what pissed me off. It was the doxing and shit. All the little kids tried to fuck with me. And then when I found that some of them were weirdos.
So basically how it happened, you met up with Daniel with a ski mask on.
No. I didn't
bought him a hotel room and then got doxed.
No, I didn't meet up on him. This was all done.
Oh, so you just got it for him?
I sent him, unlike anybody else on that's ever fucked with him. I didn't have to show up as some special person or some person of status. I sent him a video of my face and I said, Dan, I think you make a lot of money on Twitch. We can set it up for you. I'll funnel everything directly into your accounts. If you don't have accounts, I'll make accounts and I'll send it to whatever account I can send it to. And you answer right away. And we made 4Gs in like a couple months.
Okay. Well, I can get that. So, like with a ski mask thing, like that was like, once again, like, was that metaphorical or
metaphorical?
Or did you actually show up in a ski mask? And
I was hiding my identity. Yes, I would stream with him with my identity hidden. Yeah.
Okay. Word.
Yeah, it did.
Like,
clicked a link with our full name in it. Yes. Yes. I think we got found the second stream.
And then I guess eventually, like once you got found, you just kind of came out about it, because I know you've posted some things that obviously have gotten some views and everything.
Yeah, I've posted things that haven't gotten views that should have got views too. And none of it relates to Daniel or resonates with any of this shit whatsoever. This is just a core thought and thing that I think is a general problem. And if you notice on my YouTube, I just focus on things that I enjoy myself personally, not what's popular, it's just whatever the fuck I'd like to film. Homelessness is a problem. I thought wow, Hollywood was Wild at Night. I thought that was fun. I just went and filmed what I thought was what I liked, not what I thought would be the best thing to film at the time for virility, or the thing that would look best for me and from a PR standpoint. Because who the hell is it? Because I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't, you know, you could try to pretend to be picture perfect all you want. It's never gonna happen. You're gonna fuck up somewhere down the road, and that's it. You're gonna get clipped. But right now, that's not the case. You have people doing much worse shit on the internet. I don't know why. Like Daniel Larson, I had a big problem. Like just a mix of a lot of fucked up people, and Daniel Larson, and the lack of accountability on the internet, the lack of identity. I think you should sign up for all forms of social media with a form of identification. It's one and done chance, and that's it. And if you want your Ed Snowden, your Snowden shit, you go to fucking, you log into Tails on a USB, you surf the web on Tor, and you fuck off and you go send encrypted messages. I just am more worried about the ease of online harassment and the ability to get away with it as well, and the damage it can do to someone. That's it.
Yeah, you can. I mean, realistically, you can definitely do some damage. Like especially with like the tools people have to get online. But like with Daniel, I mean, like, is that somebody you're still looking to help out with, or
from distance?
You just kind of ready to leave that alone?
I haven't spoken to Dan since Los Angeles. It's been months.
Okay, so when he went out to LA and then he came back to Denver, or went back to Denver,
they took him on a countrywide tour to New York.
All you guys are in here. You guys should all be able to talk. I don't know what you guys are fucking. Let me see.
Yo, what up? What up?
Yeah, you guys can all talk. Peter. No. Yeah, no. I haven't spoken to him in forever. And yeah, I'd still help him, but I'm not gonna chase the guy. He's like actively, got trolls and shit that run his entire life. I'm not dealing with that. It was hard enough fighting kids at the time.
Like, I know he's doing his thing or whatever else, but so I guess basically, if you were to put it in verbatim, you haven't really spoken to him since y'all met up outside the gym that night.
Yeah. That was pretty much the last message I gave him. You're going to die.
Okay. Word. Yeah, because I remember there was that video you came up and you were like, dude, like all this shit's fake or whatever else. And then so y'all haven't spoken since then?
No. Nope, he blocked me. And I've just been watching from Reddit. I tried to contact him once, Insta block, and that was it. I just sent him the name
the account email and password for this YouTube, and said, "Hey, it's Ox. Call me if you want." That was it.
What? I heard that. But dude, I gotta ask again, realistically, like, what was the reason for getting on that account? Like, what was the message to try and get across?
This one?
Yeah, the Daniel Larson, I think New Start it was Daniel Larson New Start.
Yeah, because because if I went live on my account, nobody's showing up. That the people who would show up there are the minority in this community, which is the people who do not coincide with my beliefs. Okay, and people that I wanted to speak to were people like you guys who want to sit here and be fucking hardheads about everything. It's just I think you guys haven't seen enough of the back end shit, and you're not looking at the bigger picture of what Dan's situation is displaying. Let's see what the fuck's going on here.
So, like, what was the? I mean, what would you say was like the bigger message? You know, like when you got on there, like what was the point you were trying to get across?
Well, going live with Dan was strictly put money in the wallet. There was no message there. It was just Dan being Dan. The TikTok videos were just a display of the ease and lack of accountability in messing with a disabled kid on TikTok. All of them are getting catfish now. All of them are getting pictures of them, videos of them twerking and shit posted. All they have to do is message them as an account with a fucking girl as a profile picture.
Which, I mean, I get that, man, but like what's going on live YouTube tonight on the channel you got on, like what was the? I know you said you had bigger reach and everything through that following and community and everything. What was?
Well,
I mean, like, what was it? You know, as far as getting on that account, going live.
You guys, the enemy views on Dan's account. Okay, the people who fucked with me and still fuck with me after I left, they'll watch me on my shit, and I'm just gonna have dick riders in the chat. That's not what I was looking for. I wanted the seething, fat-fingered, clipping pussies to send all this shit to the Reddit for me. I wanted to let Dan know that I was still around, so he could come take his shit back. You got 5 emails that I've pretty much just froze that have access to go cash apps or just the whole accounts as well. That are untouched. That even after his absence, kids got into it. I don't know how, but just booted them out. They allowed personal information in there. And that's really all I ever did with accounts. The only post that I ever made on this account was a post showing that there were other people in his Google account. So that was it. Nothing else.
Okay.
Was that like Moon Man or was that what was that?
Was that sure, man?
It's my
so
boy
basically
Xander.
Just getting on the YouTube
live,
account and going live was just the way to get a message out for you.
Wait, what?
Like let Dan know you're still around and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the only way to get a message to Dan because he has a million people texting him a day. This will get the message to Dan. This was the only way to reach the people who don't listen to me, which is you guys. That you guys are the only people that I wanted to question and be questioned by. Because the people who fucking sympathize with my shit, they'll go to my accounts. They'll like my shit. That's the reason. And guess what happened? His current manager showed the fuck up to debate me. I don't know what the kid's doing. He's trained to be a lawyer. He's definitely like 16, and he's been given free reign. I was a figure with a face. Someone who told everybody exactly what I was doing with Dan every time I did it. And I was ostracized. That was it. These kids are taking your donos off the top of every account that Dan has that is making any sort of revenue. And they're laughing in your fucking faces because you think they're the goats for creating content for you. And they're just siphoning your asses through the end. It's fun. Yeah,
well, I guess like, how would you see that? Like them just taking advantage of Dan, pretty much.
Yeah. You need something to gain to take advantage. I gained a TikTok account that only gets views if I post Dan content. Now I just schizo post on it because I don't give a fuck.
What you got a Dan account?
Huh?
I said you got a Daniel account.
No, but that's
on
what
TikTok.
No. That's my account, Ox the Goat. But that's what TikTok does is it takes your most viral videos, and if you hit in the same niche a certain number of times, you get confined to that. So now and it reinserts you back into the algorithm to then again show it to other people in the algorithm who are within that niche.
Or so like it's a good way to, well, I guess a roundabout way to collect views, like find a niche and take off with it.
A niche, yes. I can't take off with Dan on TikTok. I post something about Dan tomorrow, we'll get 50K views. I can post me shooting up Tupac, live footage of from the fucking back seat, whatever. It would not get more than probably a couple hundred because that's not the niche I'm in. Once you're established as someone that's over like a couple thousand, they reinsert you back into the Bible. I don't know what their niche is. Guys, I'm on mute. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you can only get views in that subject and category. And I never siphoned him or his viewers to anywhere else other than my live, which I would go live in myself because I was just good. And that was the only time I played video games. I was after fucking helping. And the only people who came were the people who fucked with me, not all the numbers, right? They fucked with me because they went and saw my other shit and went, damn, I fucked with them. I'm glad I found this Dan. I had no interest in recruiting any of you fucking crazy ass trolls, dude. You guys are psychopaths. Anybody on that Reddit is sick and demented. I never had any interest in having any of you guys sympathize with me or watch my shit or be my fans. It's ridiculous. Never tried to get you to like me. It was actually more fun to be a fucking rock in your shoe than you can imagine.
Well, do you think that there'll come a point where you and Dan will reconnect, or is that kind of over with?
He just left.